Speaking of hell, hello. How's it going there, Graham?
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's kind of like a
very
form
good.
of hell. Um,
Yeah.
our podcast won't be though. This is not Anthony, nor Bryant, nor Jace. I had to up the maple syrup level here tonight, and went and found myself a real Canadian in the form of a Canadian bear. Um, oh, look at this guy rocking, not only rocking the Canadian hat, but also the Friday Night Fights jersey. So I was telling the guys earlier, those things are so last week. I've already moved back to my favorite color, which is gray. I'm wearing this in protest to that. Apparently, that is the only thing that I can paint. So, Striker in with the nerds call. Thank you. You are most welcome. And Travis has already started painting his fourth unit of Tons, so he's foreshadowing a little bit of the conversation tonight. So we got lots on the docket tonight. First off, thanks a lot, Graham, for coming in and filling the slots. That's fantastic. Bryant is actually here,
Yeah.
but he's only
Hello.
going to be here for a bit. So he's in the future. So we're already behind,
I
which
got
limits his
relegated.
time. What's up, Bryant?
So I got relegated.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, when you're late to the podcast, you don't get first billing. So how it's going to work tonight, in the interest of Bryant's here to talk a little bit about Battleforces, is we're going to rip through the intro stuff, the housekeeping, if you will. We'll talk a little bit about all three of us about our last week in Legion, as we always do. Then we're going to jump down and do just a 10-minute, no more than that, on each of the battle forces. Just give a quick, because they did just drop today. So no hot takes, just basically first blush. What we've seen, what has been released, what we think about the command cards, just briefly. We're going to save the opinions about that when we get to the roundtable at the end. Then we're going to jump back up and go through all the groups. We'll reveal the bands for this round. Again, if you missed out on that, we'll do an update on the standings, and then we'll reveal all the groups. Pally's on standby, and giving the hot takes that 501st is terrible. And then Pally will probably be able to do the group assignments. And then officially, when this podcast ends, the league starts. You cannot start a game while the podcast is on, just FYI. So I see a whole bunch of people here who are in pods. So no planning games until we get finished. And then we'll jump into roundtable, and whatever time we have left or feel that we have left, we'll rip through all of that. So does that sound okay, Graham?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, excellent, most excellent. Um, yeah, I did actually change all the planets, Pally. You are welcome. So I got tired of the same planets, so I mixed them all up. So I brought back in Bespin too. We'll find out if Bespin's the best group again this time around. So, all right, Bryant, I'm not going to ambush you, but are you okay if I bring you on screen?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. There we go. Just want to make sure you had clothes on. Didn't want to have that same disaster as last time. That was awkward.
Sorry, you did
It was
bring
our
up
best viewed video
personal
ever.
things.
Must have been the description. By the way, I've solicited Brian to go and do a bunch of work on the videos and bring them all up to speed on the same titles, and so make them much more searchable and optimized. I just randomly throw things up there, so look for that. And if you're looking for a video that you can't find later, we'll give you a rundown somewhere. Maybe we'll make a list. So what's that?
I said, hey, if you can't find it later on, blame me.
Yeah, that is 100% what I was setting up there. So, okay, well let's talk a little bit about last week in Legion. I'll go last. How about we have Graham go first, and we'll just move from right to left. We'll be talking. Well, I'll be talking about league games. I'm not sure what the guys are going to talk about. We'll do that. Then we'll do our housekeeping, and then get right into the battle forces. So, kick it away, Graham. What was last week like for you?
Yeah. So last week I ended up having my last game against Sean Death, and I now have a healthy respect for HH12. I feel like you guys all kind of set me up to fail against that, because you all said they were terrible.
Best unit in the game. Just saying.
But yeah, no, you would think that my Tons had armor with how well those HH12s rolled. That they didn't need impact, but it felt like they had it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it was a great time. Definitely learned a lot with how to make this work, and now I've got a whole bunch of new toys to play with for that similar list.
Yeah, and just take KP in the future. So as I was
Yeah.
just breaking it down to
No
Graham
more
after, I was like,
sabotage.
man, turn 0 was rough. You should have just went KP. And the whole game, I was just saying, like, this never would have happened if he was in KP. Just in the chat, giving my 2 cents worth.
Many lessons learned that game.
Yep. There you go. Sean Death in chat right now saying that HH12s roll completely average 100% of the time. So that is quite accurate. So I should just, before you get rolling here, Brian, because we do have 20 folks in here, let me give the sound offs real quick. So Bernard's here, Sean Death's here, Frizzle Dizzle here, Dan's in here, checking in from down under, down your way. Jacob checking in from the floor of his vacation place. I'm not sure if it's a hotel or house, but welcome. Scott Huntley, I don't think I've seen Scott in chat before. Maybe he's new or maybe he's the first time chatter, so welcome. 48th Ronin's in here, Stan's in here, Canadian Bear's in here. Wow, that's interesting. Anthony is in there. Travis checking in from Oklahoma. Pally's here. Striker coming in with the Nerds Call as mentioned. And I think I got them all. So welcome. If you guys were missed or hadn't got in chat yet, let us know. We'll give you a shout out where you're at. So, all right, Brian. Sorry, was that it, Graham? Was that your game? It's the one that was your
Yeah,
last week in
that was
Legion.
it.
Anything else?
It was good. Other than that, just a whole lot of painting, trying to get everything ready.
Sweet.
But, yeah, it's been good.
Okay, most excellent. Brian, what's going on in your world of Legion? You had a small little skirmish tournament today, I heard.
On the weekend we had our state finals, so yeah, I was doing pretty well. And round 2, I was on the top of the ladder, 100% BP, 1.0 BP, and then came up against a rebel list with Luke R2, 3 Wookiees, 4 troopers, I think, and Operative Luke in a A5 truck without any weapons. So basically just a moving terrain piece and blocker. I was in it was pretty evenly matched. I had my double land speeder Han Sabine and 3 troopers, 3 naked troopers, and 3 ATRTs. And he moved Luke up in his truck. We were playing key positions, long march, and minefield. Yeah, I basically I nearly blanked out on 3, maybe 4 rolls. I think it was 4 rolls on land speeders. I had unstable astromech. I got 1 hit on each roll, 1 hit, and with his suppression, they just went away. So I pretty much wasted 4 of my main Alpha Strike rolls. Oh, look at that. Chewy's making comments in the background. Made 4 Alpha Strike rolls and got nothing out of it. And then yeah, and that sort of put me back behind where I should have been. And then he just outsmarted me with his AA5. He used the AA5 really well and the terrain really well to block me from getting into the objective. And he took the lead, which dropped me down to 4th. And he won. He won the and well deserved. He well deserved it with how he played at the end of that match. So that's not me making excuses. I dropped a little bit behind, but he outsmarted me in the end of the game. So well done to Robert Anderson, who took out the Queensland State Finals.
Okay, what do you get for a win at the final table? Like, what was the prize?
So he got a R2D2 trophy. Basically, if you can picture a garden gnome, is they're about 40 centimeters high. R2D2 statue.
Nice.
He got the pick of the prizes. What we tend to do in our area is everyone gets a prize, whether it be a dice tray or whether it be a set of a unit like an AA5 truck or something like I can't remember what he picked actually. He picked a canvas Star Wars print. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. And then he got a couple of cards. We had the Grand Championship kit, the one that went to Adepticon. We sort of piecemealed that over a couple of competitions, and everyone will get a couple of the cards from that. And then everyone just down the line. So I picked up for fourth. I picked up a paint wet palette.
Oh, nice. Army
So
painter or what brand?
red grass.
Okay.
Yeah. So a red grass light paint palette. So it's the smaller version, but
Right.
it's still a decent size for me. So and which is the exact price that I was going for.
Okay, well,
So
fair enough.
I didn't mind. I didn't mind at all.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah,
And
it was a
you had a
brilliant
good time.
weekend.
You had a good weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just a single day tournament. But our other Queensland rep, Aaron Smetzer, Aaron from the crew, he ran it, and yeah, it was just a fun time out at Epic Games out at Ipswich, and it was which is always a brilliant location to go play. It's just so comfortable, so big and clean, and food there. They sell food there themselves, and it was just very good day.
Super.
Good day at Legion.
48th Ronin in chat is saying that he has that palette and he loves it.
Yep. Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
A ringing endorsement.
Yep.
So, not
He'll
a sponsor.
Get me into painting.
Take a lot more than a wet palette to get me into painting. That's for sure. So. Several wet palettes. So.
Now that means I've got no more excuses. I've got all the paints. I've got an airbrush. I've got a wet palette. I've got an area, and I've got the minis that need painting. So
you're well established.
No more excuses.
Sounds like you need more excuses now. So that's the only thing you're missing. So
motivation. That's the
quick
consistent motivation.
Sign your children up in several other sports so that you have absolutely zero free time. So see that seems to be the way about it. I saw somebody had posted today is like, yes, I choose to spend half of my income on registering my children into sports, and yes, I spend half of my time wishing that those practices are canceled. So it's like, yes, the internal dilemma. That is that. So
yep.
No, that's fair. So well, awesome. Well, good job on as far as you got, and fourth place is nothing to scoff at. That's for sure. So. I'll talk about my week in Legion. I'm going to have a month long in Legion. I'm going to have a ton of content for this segment for the whole month. That's for sure. So my week in Legion, I did play my last game. So thanks to J Rod, he recovered from his ailment enough in terms of getting our game in. We snuck under the wire. So it's becoming tradition for me to play on the last day of the league. So got this one with a couple hours to spare, which is good. Yeah, we played. I want to talk a little bit about this game. So the game itself was pretty straightforward, but the turn 0 was quite interesting. So he was blue and I was red. So we played his deck. And the just came down to be really bad, awful choices all around for turn 0 for me. Even though I had a choice, I had the choice between playing Payload on Disarray, or I could play Vaps on Battle Lines, and I forget what the condition was, but it's generally nothing that I care about. So the problem with Disarray and Payload is I measured, I think that the best scenario, and by best I mean if he placed it where he should have, I think I needed to go 49 inches to get to touch the piece of terrain. And so when you're pushing it about 7 per turn, you can quickly do the math on that. I don't reach. On his end, I think he had to go 51 inches. So he also doesn't get there. So I didn't really love a world where I was going to be pushing a payload for no prospects at touching, and the most points I could get is 2, because there's a lot that can happen between turn 0 and turn 6 in payload that could be bad. And he has fast units, and I was a little worried that he would just not bother pushing and just go and kill enough stuff that I would have to send out things. So I opted not to go there, even though I do talk about payload and I love payload and my list is good in payload. Disarray was not awesome. So I opted to go to Vaps, which I don't like, and I would choose not to play VAPs almost every single time, but I chose to play VAPs. What we did was we kind of deployed. I deployed 2 side by side. He deployed 1 sort of near the top. Disarray is not the best deployment. It's definitely not the best deployment. And then he put 1 sort of far left. I don't want to say that I won the game in turn like act 1, but I feel like I put him on the back foot to start the game. Because what he did was he deployed his bikes on one side on the left and 1 strike team, which he moved to the VAP, and then everything else was basically lined up with a single point to pressure both of mine. But I deployed Kalani last and I orbital striked first round and picked the strike team off the back cap before it did anything. So he was unable to cap the VAP at all. And the closest unit, which was, I'd say, at least 2.5 turns of movement away, was his mortar, which also can't tap. And so in short of him dedicating an entire unit to walk across the table, of which I think I could have actually got there quicker than him with a Magna Guard unit, he opted not to. So we played the entire game on one half of the table, him on 1 VAP and me pressing 2. It was great. It was back and forth. I had both of mine capped and he had his, and then he sent in a unit that I couldn't punch off with B1s, and I had so many B1s in there that were stuck in to combat. He had 2 units. And they were, he meleeed 1, and then I brought in another unit to help, and I couldn't punch out. And so it came down to turn 6 near the end, where I ended up having to finally kill off his unit. He tapped my VAP back, I tapped it back, and it came down. I won 4-2, but it was a really interesting game of VAPs that was really played on 3 of them. So I was really fortunate to get the snipe off the hop. He will learn that lesson and never make that mistake again. So everyone is not going to be able to pull that trick off again. But it was just something to just a snafu in his memory banks. He knew I had it, but he didn't think that I had the angle and forgot about it. And I was lucky to punch him out. So that was a good game, but it's unfortunate that I was up so early. Ended up forcing him to come at me, which probably made for a better game because he was really pressing me and killing lots of bodies. So I had fun. It was a good game of Legion. So that was that. And then my rest of the week in Legion, I was working on the wall, and so I have a quick update for that. And then I have been building boxes of minis. So if you guys have been following the hobby channel, I've been posting. I have 38 box sets left to assemble. And I don't know how many I've done in the last 2 days, but that's 37 down of the 187 boxes or 38 left of the 187 that I have total. So I am well over the halfway point and nearing the home stretch. So I'm not going to talk to you about how much painting that is, but it's the assembly is where you start. So let's just be happy about that.
So who gets to paint that?
I have multiple Jaces. So they're effectively interchangeable. So it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's why. So if your friend, if your name is Jace, you can be my friend. So, yeah.
And you can paint.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that's my week in Legion, and I plan to. I'm hoping to have everything assembled by the weekend. So then I'll check that off. So and then I'll move back to the wall. So, yeah, that's that. So. Let's press on and tell people where to find us, and then get into the other things, and we'll cycle back. We can talk about Legion all night here. All right, so the social medias, Bryant, where do people find us at?
All right, Star Wars Legion Friday Night Fights for our Facebook page, and we will be populating that a little bit more. Start to add some extra bits and pieces like links to the Battleforces, etc., and some other links to some of our YouTube channels, unboxing and videos, etc. Patreon, patreon.com, /TheTerrainStudio, if you want to join us and see some inside videos on hobby, see what Sean's doing in the studio, and other little bits and pieces. There's a whole range of backlog of hobby videos. That's actually where I got started into watching YouTube videos. So you were my first, Sean. And then we've got Twitter.
by the way, folks, once they run they're usually in the paywall for about 2 or 3 months, and they all become free. So you don't even need to do that. You still get all the content free. just helps out while making them, so you don't have to be a supporter, but it's great if you are. But just so you know, all the videos come out free eventually. So, yep.
Twitter at Legion_FNF, and same for Instagram at Legion_FNF. Check us out. We run bits and pieces. Sometimes we have different competitions, etc., that you'll need to see those platforms. So
yes,
check us out.
That is a very fair point. So, and that reminds me, I'll talk about the Christmas special in a minute. Card sleeves, if you guys are on the tier 3 right now and you were there for June and July, or you're going to be there for a portion thereof, July, August, etc., there are 16 spots left, so you can secure those. Card sleeves are due to arrive mid-July. They're already shipped, so I'm tracking them. I say mid because it's mail, and who knows. I haven't seen them, but I'm hoping the final product looks a lot like this. This is the prototypes here. So when I have them, I will get them posted out. If you're a Dallas supporter and or, like I said, a patron for the last 2 months, you will be getting that item. Those items, it'll be 12. It'll be 4 of each, so you can get your battle deck and look sharp while doing so. So want to thank some of our sponsors as well for the show, both Friday Night Fights as well as other elements of the show. So Deep Cut Studio, they do a lot of really cool gaming mats, of which we use each and every week. I also want to thank Legion Terrain, who provides us with a ton of the pre-painted terrain. So the terrain that's on the table, a lot of that is coming from legionterrain.com. So go check them out as well. Saw a couple shout outs for them on the internet this week, and I made some comments that I fully agree with that. As Brian said, the studio, we do a lot of Patreon stuff. So the background that I'm making right now in the studio is just an out-of-pocket expense that I'm trying to make the background look better for you guys. So that is what I have been working on. If you bear with me for about 40 seconds, I do have this week or this month, I posted the tutorial on how to do the concrete piece. Here's the sample piece that you'll see in the video that's upcoming in a second. So this is just kind of what it looks like in the end result, and I show you how to do that. It's cool if you're doing terrain, you don't have to do a wall, but if you want to do concrete effects, you can do that, and here is the really quick trailer for that. Just that easy. That's how you do it. So yeah, the tutorials are generally about 20 minutes. I walk you through how to do the technique. In this one particular, I'm doing concrete effects, but I have lots of other ones, how to do like Martian terrain, snow terrain, how to do ruins, plants, flocking, etc., etc. So there's lots of cool stuff there that you guys can translate. It doesn't have to be, to emulate a project that I'm doing, although you can all build your own 18-foot walls in your basement. No one will say a thing. It'll be fine. Don't even ask any questions. Just start doing it. And then once it's up, it can't be undone, so you'll be fine. And I don't endorse any of that. And if you get divorced or dumped, that's totally on you, unrelated to that. So yeah, that's what's happening. I did mention, or I wanted to mention, because Brian brought up, we're doing things and people are helping us do things. Let me just mention quickly the TheTerrainStudio. I've got to thank myself. That's where we film from each and every week. So I do that because it's a thing I do. But I also want to thank Brian as well from Phoenix Games. So he is here, and shameless plugs for ourselves. But here's why I want to make sure that I'm bringing attention to these folks. So you guys know we did a fantastic Christmas special last year. It was awesome. It was like one of my favorite days of the year, like in terms of our podcasting. We did like over $1,000 worth of giveaways. You basically just have to be there to win, which is like, I think pretty good. I think that's bigger than any Legion tournament prize package ever to date. We just gave it away for free. You didn't even have to sweat it out for 1 or 2 days or grind it out for 6 games. But we'll be doing the same thing again, and I want to let you guys know. Matt, they have not been. We're going to do the Battleforces and then come back around. The thing I want to point out is that based on the fact that a couple weeks ago we mentioned about that, I just want to tell you where we're at. So we have 4 Battleforces, ironically, we're talking about tonight. So we have donators. Bryant is one of those donators, myself included. We have 4 box sets to give away for the Christmas specials. So already when Battleforces come out, we have 4. Another viewer has also sent me an email and is donating 2 Shadow Collective box sets as well. Going to leave them up as an option, so winner's choice of the release boxes. So just doing the quick math on that, it's a lot, and we're only in July. So by the time we get to Christmas, I'm anticipating we're going to have one heck of a Christmas haul. So all of that happens because of the work that we do, those relationships that we make, and we super thank all those donators and sponsors and helpers. I was speaking to another individual today. He's talking about donating some painted models. So it's fantastic that we have a community that's willing to back that. So all the things that we're doing is really to reciprocate that back to you guys, and I'm looking forward to another fantastic. There we go, Pally with a quick math, 640 USD. Fair enough. So we are about halfway
give
already.
You an Australian total.
Yes.
Is Australian total for all of that is what do we get? 540, 540. Yeah, you're looking at nearly 1,500 Australian dollars.
Wicked.
Out of all of that.
So look at us go. So and we're only in July. So we anticipate having quite a haul. That's just to let you guys know. Stick with us, stay around. Build us up with your comments and those likes. That really goes a long way to motivating us to do those things. So, and then when I put out the shout outs for people to come on the show and hang out, Graham's pinging me within 30 seconds, and I had several other people. So I want to thank all those people for wanting to back this. This is not really a paying endeavor for anyone, but we do appreciate that. We get paid in the high fives and handshakes. We appreciate that. So all the hype coming in from strikers. So, all right, guys. Speaking of all the hype, although I really want to get to the league, but I don't want to embarrass Bryant because he's not in the league, so we won't talk about that.
We have to now.
Shame. I'm watching Game of Thrones right now. Shame. Can we parade this guy through the streets and throw things at him? That would be.
I'm helping others. I'm
fair.
Helping others.
That's fair.
I let someone down in round 1, and I realised that I just do not have the time, and the time difference is me overcommitting. So if I join in, I'm just going to be letting people down.
Oh, look, there's some of those paint excuses creeping into the league excuses. Wow, we have no time for this. No time. All right, pressing on to other matters. Let's get into some things that he does have time for. Donnie's saying he's with you, so this is not a support group for Bryant right now. This is a shame group. So let's get into some news.
Hashtag Sean Bully.
I got a story about the bullying aspect there. So, all right, getting into news from the streets. You guys know Mini Extravaganza is coming up. I'm looking forward to it, July 14th and 16th. Not to belabor the point, but I wanted to draw attention that it is up and it will likely have some cool things happening. So, there's the schedule again if you guys hadn't seen it. So, I'm not sure when our next show falls in around. What's that? That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I guess we'll hit it on the Tuesday following. So look for that. I didn't want to belabor the point, but I wanted to draw attention to it. We are going to talk some Battleforces tonight, Graham. So we have all the releases that came out today. So as much as I was ready for today's show, I wasn't until I made the other 14 screens to go with tonight. So we are, like I said, we only have about 35 minutes or so before Bryant needs to go. So we'll breeze through these quickly, not to undersell them or anything like that, but they did just come out today, and to not risk or to risk doing too many hot takes, we'll just kind of preview what we have, and we can get into that in the roundtable if you want to do the hot takes. And I seen Ryan's already checking in chat, so I'm Ryan. Just to FYI, just FYI, I've had several people message me that they are fully prepared to refute any point you make tonight, whether they agree or not. They're just fully on refute side tonight. So I look forward to a very spicy, not Denny's spicy chicken sandwich spicy, but near there. So like several Scoville units of spice happening tonight. So all right, let's get into this. First, Graham, I'm not sure if you have any difficulties finding this, but I know some people still have difficulties finding where the documents are. So I want to give a screenshot there. all the Legion documents are in one place, so it's fairly convenient to find. It's just not convenient if you go to the main AMG page. So I really wish they would do a better job at advertising how to get there, but here it is. So you got the reference guide, the points update, the errata, and then all of the Battleforces documents there, of which including the 4 newest ones. So super excited. Dealer's choice. I know that you're not on every screen, nor am I, but Graham, where do you want to go tonight? You want to go Echo, Blizzard, Separatist, or 5.0 first? Where do you want to go to?
Let's rip that Band-Aid off and go for 5.0 first.
Oh, wow. So in the interest of no hot takes, read nothing into the Band-Aid statement. So, all right, boys, take it away. So again, we're just going to walk you through what's on the main screen, focusing in on the special rules. We'll give you another screen with the units allowed and the rank requirements, and then we'll have a look briefly at the cards. You guys are on the 10-minute timer, and go.
Alrighty. So I'll go through with a couple of the rules, and then I'll let you go through with cards if you want, Graham.
Sounds good.
So we got special rules, 5 first. So you may include 1 ARC Trooper strike team for each non-strike team ARC Trooper unit in your army, spending points as normal. That's already been FAQ'd to mean that you can only take 4 in total. So allowed units, you got Anakin, Clone Rex, Captain Rex, Clone Commander, Core Troopers, only Phase 2 Clone Troopers, Special Forces, only ARC Troopers. It says no strike teams, but if you've got an ARC Trooper, you can, according to the other rule, that you can add a strike team, still in the total of 4. Supports, you've got ATRTs and Bark Speeders, LART, LE, and for heavy and unique upgrades allowed, you can have Echo and 5s in there added in. Ranks, Commander and Operatives, you have to have 1 to 2 commanders or operatives. 1 to 2 commanders or operatives, and 1 needs to be a commander. Was that confusing enough? Cool. Each army must include 1 to 4. So you can't go past 4. Special Forces must include 1 to 4, so that you can go up to 4. Support, each army must include 1 or 2 support units. And heavy, each army may include up to 1 heavy unit. Skirmish,
If you care, it's there.
must have 1. Yeah. Core must be 1 to 4. Special Forces 1 to 4. Support may include 1 to 2, and heavy may include 1. So right. Onto your command cards.
Yeah, fair enough. And Pally pointing out that you can't take Hound or Grizzer in the LAT there, just because they're the only unique upgrades allowed are Echo and 5s there. So any uniques will be out there. So having a look at the cards, that is, I was going to start with the 1s if you guys are cool with that.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Can you read that, Graham, or do you want me to read it? I'm not sure how big it is for you.
Yeah, no, I've got it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. So lead from the front, 501st only, 1 commander unit. When building a command hand, treat this card as if it has 2 pips. After a friendly commander is issued an order by this card, choose 3 other friendly units within range 1 of the commander unit. Each chosen unit gains an aim or a dodge. And I haven't heard anything that's changed on that card from what we kind of gathered last week, where the entire unit has to be within range 1. So
I saw, I think, a clarification written somewhere, and I think LJ clarified it has to be entirely within. And so I haven't seen anything past that either. So
okay.
Chat is not subject to the no hot takes, so I will read that Pally says this is terrible. So kind of went the other way on the spectrum there. So no middle ground. It's just terrible. I mean,
yep.
I mean, what else can we
Sets
say?
You up.
Yep, terrible. Don't even bother buying this box set.
I think the only benefit. I think the main benefit here is that it's classed as a 2-pip, so you can have 3 1-pips in your hand. So if you want that, if you want to, get initiative, then you can. So I think that's its main draw card. But yeah, being within, having to have the whole unit within, is that it's just that's a little crazy.
Right.
Little
Yeah, and
crazy,
it could have competition for other 2 pips though. Just if there's
Yeah.
you know, any other competition going on there. So having a look at the 2 pip there though, tactical planning.
Yeah. So 2 supports or 2 special forces are going to get an order from this. After a support or a special forces unit performs an attack, but doesn't have to have a face-up order token, against a unit that has a face-up order token, shuffle that token back into the order pool. So that's... I like that more after finding out about the... realizing that you don't have to be given an order from this card, you just have to be of that rank to trigger the effect.
Yep.
Right. Another hot take that Dead on Arrival was the 1 pip, so not sure if that's worse or better than terrible, but not a lot of love for the 1 pip here. So, but yeah, maybe this one's not too bad. So artwork's kind of cool, so it's got that going for it. So.
Yes.
You guys are doing great for time. You're only halfway through, and we're already on the last one. And like I said, we will talk more about these, but like there's no play experience with these, so we try to stay away from too much speculation about what things will or won't do. But I think next week, if we don't have a lot, because I think Benny Extravaganza will come out after we do the show. I think next week what we'll do is we'll get into some list buildings and some theorizing about that. So if you feel like we're going quick tonight, it's just to set up next week. So. All right, 3-pip.
I'd just like to say,
go ahead.
With that 2-pip, can you just imagine going up against a droid army that has all the whole army has command tokens, and you have
just the
6 special forces or support, and all of a sudden you've just get another 6 or 6 shots, another 6 goes. That card is great. I think that situationally, but that card is great.
Right. Well, yeah. So basically, just give them full activation control, but they have to pull it out of the bag to make you feel like they don't have full activation control. I got you, Brian. All right, here's the 3-pip.
Alrighty, so 3 special forces or 3 core units. It triggers a permanent effect when a friendly unit is at range 1 to 2 of a friendly Anakin and or a clone Captain Rex. They gain Indomitable, so they get to roll red defense dice for their rally checks.
Okay, this one seems good.
Yeah.
Indomitable permanent. If you guys don't know what permanent means, you can ask Ryan, because I've walked him through what permanent means. It's even bolded for you. Yeah, but
There's
I mean,
story there somewhere.
Oh, it's such a good story, such a good story. But yeah, permanent. All the friendly units at 1 to 2. You play this early. They're all basically probably close to Anakin anyway. Just getting that real quick. Indomitable. Phase 2s with Indomitable for the gain.
So
yeah.
Yep. So if you've got that clone castle at the beginning, and giving them Indomitable for the rest of the match, that's crazy good for a first off one.
According to Ryan, we don't have time for the
we're
story,
going pretty well. I think we do.
we'll cycle back around. We'll wait till we get to the round table. It'll be fine. We'll invite him in. So yeah, so that's basically what we have. Welcome to 30 folks hanging out with us as well too. That's a great crowd tonight. Nice. So yeah, that's where it's at. I know that there's lots of chatter already on the internet, so we'll let the internet decide. They can't be wrong, all of them, about what is and is not good. He's seen a lot of love for the clones, but I mean, I'm not sure we had a lot of people given a lot of clone love as is. So we know the value is good. Maybe the cards are better than we think. Maybe the 1-pip's not as great. But I think that this card right here in the world that maybe suppression's going to be reigning a little bit more supreme. Maybe this card's got its place. So not too bad. So
foreshadowing.
Yeah, exactly. Bryant, you're up for the dealer's choice. Where are we headed to?
All right. Well, we may as well go the Separatist invasion since we've done the 501st.
Okay, that's fine. I like you guys are going in the order that I have them listed here, so and you guys don't even know that. All right, here we are. So I'll just read off the first little bit here, and then Graham can walk you through the other stuff, and then we'll get into the cards. So again, the special rules here is the Separatist invasion force is part of the Separatist Alliance faction, and field commander keyword cannot be used in the Separatist invasion army. So maybe not that big for a lot of people, but I think field commander is quite powerful in some configurations, and no lock dirt in here as well. I don't think. Can lock dirt go in here?
No, just the Grievous pistol.
Just a Grievous pistol. Okay, fair enough. So that is that's not cool. So that's the restrictions there. But there's some balance, I guess, going into the army builder and units allowed. So what can we take in here, Graham?
All right. So for our allowed units, we've got Count Dooku, General Grievous, the generic old school T series, not the fancy new one. We've got Operative Maul. We have the IG 100 Magna Guards. We have B1 Battle Droids, Droidicas, Staff Riders, and the AAT Federation Battle Tank.
Yeah, so most notably here, no spiders, no super tactical droids. Ugh, just not wanting the droids to take any of their fun toys. In the rank requirements, each army must include one commander. Each army may include up to one operative. Each army may include 1 to 2 special forces. So a little bit of a limitation there. Each unit must include 4 to 8 core. So all those people that bought extra B1s, you're welcome. So I quickly will be assembling another 2 boxes. Might as well get up to the full 8 because I think that's just awesome. Think about all of the PK droids that you can now take. 8. That tank just never dies. You can also take, may include up to 3 support units, so both in the form of staps and or droidicas. So droidicas also with PK droids, kind of cool. And then each army may include, must include, that's very key, must include 1 to 2 heavies. So a requirement to take a heavy there, which is quite interesting. So, and then the skirmish stuff's there, but in the interest of time, you guys can have a look at that. So, yeah, so that's what's happening for Separatists. So I'm okay with some of that for sure. I think the 8B1s is really flavorful. So if you were looking for a horde army, this is in the purest form right here. So let's have a look at the pips. Oh, no probe droids. Cool. Yeah, it's not listed there. So AI coordination. What do you got, Graham?
All right, so it's going to be 1 heavy or 1 support unit, and then each friendly unit that is issued an order using this card gains a standby token.
Okay.
So
okay.
Definitely set up some nice lane control with that AET you have to bring.
Yeah, for sure. And droidicas aren't too bad with standbys either, to be perfectly honest. So it's not bad. 13 activation list with AAT seems good. Seems good. Brian, seems we have a whole chat full of bullies here that are looking to exploit CIS CIS things. So, unrelenting assault. What do we got here, Graham?
All right, so we got 2 core units, and then after a friendly core unit performs a ranged attack, if it spent 1 or more aim tokens, another friendly unit at range 1 to 2 may gain an aim token.
Okay.
Calling back to the what was it for Empire?
That looks like coordinated fire.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so just to be clear here, too, you get 2 core units on the issue, but it's after a core unit performs a ranged attack. It doesn't need to be a face-up or anything. So going down the line feels pretty good. And it says, if it spent 1 aim token, another friendly unit, not core.
Yep.
So now we can get like an AAT with like 7 aims. Seems good. Seems like a little bit of overkill, but I'm thinking actually more along the lines of those droidicas. Those droidicas with suppressive weapons, feeling pretty good. If they got aim tokens, is something that they generally don't get a lot of because sometimes you're dodging or moving around. But yeah, the offensive output comes pretty good. Or you just get a B1 unit at the end of the chain that's throwing 6, 7 white dice, and you just have 7 aims to just really try to get 2 hits over cover. So there's that too. So Yeah, this is this. I like this one. I like this one.
Oh yeah, it's very very flavorful too.
3-pip,
It's
Unstoppable Advance.
so 3 core units. Each friendly trooper unit that is issued an order using this card may perform a speed 1 move.
Mm, that's spicy. Late game. You know, those guys that are holding back for till turn 5, turn 6 want to issue this. Now, keep in mind this one, if they're issued order off this, so you won't get the full chain. But 3 cores, maybe all you got left at the end of the game. So I kind of like I like this, and it is core units, so you're not issuing it to anything but core. So there is that. But speed 1 moves. You know, this is like a, you know, somebody has to save our skins. I think is that the one where, no, what's Leia's that you get to move? No Time for Sorrows. Is it No Time?
Yes.
Yeah. So effectively just a, you know, similar to that, but multiple units and maybe more strategic in its use here. So I like that. Always good. So 0 play time. Hot takes are the best. Yeah, for sure. I would say this is not a hot take. I just think moving late game for free always feels good too. So especially if you're playing something where you might need to shove a unit, or you got some train restrictions or something like that will slow you down otherwise. So I do like that. I'm a fan. I think the CIS cards are not bad. I wouldn't say there's anything that's like OP, and I do really love that they're core flavored in the fact that you should have a lot of core in this particular Battle Force. So not saying that you got to go 8,
relay.
but yeah.
Yeah, comms relay is going to be really nice with that card too, because the order then gets issued to, it could be Grievous, it could be Dooku,
Right.
Mag Guards.
And you were issued an order, so you will be able to perform that. So
yeah,
that is cool. Really good. Okay, well that covers us up there. That was a slightly longer one, but I think we're still well in time. We got Bryant for another little bit here. So Graham, dealer's choice. Where are we going? It's only 2 left, but it's up to you.
Let's go check out those new stormtroopers.
Okay, fair enough. Look, you guys went exactly in the order. Like I knew you guys were going to do that. All right, Bryant, here we are. I'll rip off the first bit, then you can do the other stuff. So special rules here. Blizzard Force is part of the Galactic Empire faction. The field commander keyword cannot be used in Blizzard Force Army either. That is what we got. How do you build an army?
Commander, Darth Vader, Veers, and Imperial Officer. Operative Darth Vader can be used as well. Core units, Snow Troopers, or 0 to 2 Stormtroopers. So it's restricting how many Stormtroopers you can have.
Right.
Obviously thematic.
Yep.
The Z74Z speeder bikes, E-Webs, E-Web Heavy Blaster Team, and ATSTs, and General Weiss can be used.
Can I just point out that Ryan is already declaring that if you are taking a Vader, you're doing it wrong. This just dropped today, and there's already a right and a wrong way to do this. I'm also getting some PTSD from the 74Z conversation from last week as well. So I'm getting triggered a little bit here. So all right, go on to the rank requirements. Sorry to cut you off.
So commander operatives, each army must include 1 to 2 commander or operative units. At least 1 unit must be a commander. Core, each army must include 3 to 6 core units. So that's pretty standard. Each army must include 1 to 4 support units, and each army may include up to 2 heavy units. So you're forced to have a support, and you're forced to have 3 cores and 1 commander. Other than that, it's up to you within the numbers. Skirmish, just slightly less.
Yep.
1 to 2 commander operatives, at least 1 must be a commander. 2 to 4 core units, 1 to 3 supports, and may have 1 heavy unit.
So just addressing something in chat here. So the comms relay, what I was referring to is I believe you still get the speed 1 move off the unit that you issue the order to. You would then comms relay off. The comms relay unit wouldn't be getting the move, but I still think that you get it off the B1 because it was issued an order and then translated that over is what the point I was making. So which
Yeah,
I think that's how
you're
that
right.
interaction works. So yeah, I just might have been clear in my articulation there. So this is what we have for cards here. Unrelenting Fire. I'm not sure if you can see those, Bryant, to read, but
Yep, I can. Yep.
all right.
I've got my own little one up
Okay, fair enough.
there. So we've got Unrelenting Fire, enemy units, 2 units. Enemy units cannot remove more than 1 suppression token during their rally step, which is, again, here we go with suppression.
Yeah, I think this is significant. I like this card.
This army is very, very suppressive.
Yeah. You're putting out fire from suppressive weapons and then mitigating. I mean, this in, a world where maybe you're playing hostile environment for the condition as well. There's going to be all kinds of world where this gets compounded by a number of effects. So, I think this one is, I mean, obviously
suppressive.
For sure. Yeah. Is there ways to play around it? Sure, play droids. But there's other worlds where this is going to be very compounding. So I like that one. Overwhelming Barrage. They love E-webs, by the way. Just can I point this out on the fun fact of the cards? Like I feel like this set was like just a battle force to trigger me specifically. But yeah, one E-web there, and if that wasn't good enough, here's another E-web. So go ahead on this one.
So 2 pip, 2 units, Overwhelming Barrage. Once this round, at the end of the activation of a friendly commander unit, it may perform an attack using the following weapon. 4 to infinite range, 4 black dice, surge to hit, blast, beam 1, immune to deflect, and suppressive.
Yep.
Yes, that's going to be a spicy one.
Makes your E-webs a little sad, though. Makes your E-webs a little jealous.
For sure. Pally pointing out a moment where I could not remove suppression from droids. It can happen, for sure. But droids are the ultimate anti-suppression faction, generally speaking. So this one here, can you put blast, beam, immune, deflect, suppressive? Really, really nice. Surge hit. I mean, it's not a overly powerful attack, but again, another way to put suppression out there. And the 4 to infinite with beam feels quite good. I like this for maybe an early play even. So.
Yep.
And it's 2 units, so pretty non-specific there. So.
Yep. Generic on the on who you're giving. Tokens to, so.
It is going to be triggered after. I like this one is not as telegraphed, right? So like some of the other ones you play it's like, okay, this unit's going to go after its activation, then it's going to do its thing. This one is not as a script, right? Because it's once per round at the end of the activation of a friendly commander, and you don't have to issue to a commander to start. So I like that it's not as telegraphed in a sense. So.
Yep.
Just for funsies, let's go over to the so they've upgraded the E-webs now to really cool models, and since it's on a card, hot take, here comes the AT-AT finally. Just saying, you've put it on a card, now make it so.
That's it. It's out on the internet. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
It'll be they'll make a massive terrain piece.
Yep.
Which I'd be happy with. I would be happy with having a massive terrain piece. And some sort of objective that you play Echo Base and Blizzard Force with. Yeah, that would be great.
So good.
And to move on to the card though, Debark for Ground Assault, 3 units. Each friendly core trooper unit that is issued an order using this card gains Spur. The weapons of each friendly core trooper unit that is issued an order using this card gains Suppressive. So again, Suppressive. 2 cards out of this. Out of this one getting suppressive. Spur, quite nice.
I think
get up in your face.
Quite good. Yeah, I mean up to 3. Just casually grant a spur here. Again, play this late if you want to. If you want to objective rush, there's lots of great value in there. And then just add the second paragraph that just says, here's more suppressive weapons for you. So.
And if you're giving them to Snow Troopers, it's been a while since I played Snow Troopers, but Snow Troopers have steady. Is that correct?
Yes.
or similar word.
Yep.
With spur, you're having spur. You're moving up,
Yeah.
moving up 3. Moving up 2. Is it?
Yeah.
Are they
Two.
single?
Yeah, be 2 with
Yeah.
the spur.
Yep. Moving up, and then two lots 2, and then firing with their weapons is quite handy.
I'm confused. 48 Throne is saying this is the card while you bring Vader. I just distinctly opened up this segment by saying if you bring Vader, you're doing it wrong. So I'm confused now. The internet has me conflicted. Am I playing Vader? Am I not? I am. Already the first.
See, this is the card.
Yeah.
This is the card that this is where you.
Vader's
should
on
be
the
bringing
card.
Vader
You shouldn't
'cause
take him. If you're
debugged.
playing him wrong. I am so confused. This is why I can't play Empire. This is why I can't play Empire.
You can't play Vader until you use this card, because up until then he's not on the playing field.
That's fair. And apparently you need to run 4 E-webs. So is that a thing? Is that can you take 4 supports in this one? Yes, you can. So fantastic. I need to buy 1 more of my least favorite unit in Legion. So yes, let me $39 box sets to assemble is what I should point out. So yeah. Fantastic. Great.
And counting. We haven't done 4th Battle Force yet.
No, wait, I didn't get any Battle Forces, and none of the Shadow Collective was counted in there. So, so bad. All right, we're gonna go to Echo because Bryant's gonna be running out of time.
We've still missed out.
Oh.
We've missed out on so the Stormtrooper cards. I don't know if you've got a picture of the
Oh
Stormtrooper cards.
yeah, you know what? I probably did. Why did I forget about the Stormtrooper cards?
I don't know.
I think I even forgot to dump them in here. Let me see if I actually have them on here. As I specifically remember grabbing them, but did I bring them in? So ill prepared for this.
So I'll read you the back while you find. Oh, there we go.
It's fine. I got you.
You got me.
Yeah, there you
Cool.
go. What do you got? Go ahead.
So, elite stormtroopers often carry an array of armaments into battle, ensuring they can bring full weight of the Empire to bear against the rebels. So, meaning we get 2 heavies in a stormtrooper unit. Now, your stormtrooper unit are 30 points, but they do drop 1 of the minis. So it's only a 3 base unit instead of a 4 base unit. But you get to take, or you must equip 2 heavy upgrades if you're taking these stormtroopers. They still get precise 1.
Unhindered's nice though.
They are now unhindered. Yep. And they are only special issued to Blizzard Force. So getting 2 heavies and getting unhindered while keeping precise 1 is a very nice little spicy stormtrooper unit.
So you mean I could take an HH-12 and a DLT?
Correct.
That seems...
Well,
I mean, I know you don't know what the HH-12 looks like, or basically you've never even heard of it, but it's a thing. Yeah, just
hang
go.
on. I just want to hang on. So yes, you're going to lose heavies quicker because you don't have that extra 4th buffer of a 4th buffer in the unit before you get to a heavy, but still. You've got those heavies for a couple of rounds. If they're not getting fired at, you're going to have 2 heavies pumping out weapons, which is it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's maybe it's 30 points, and then you're going to upgrade to heavies, so it gets to be pretty expensive, or it could be. But I look at this more of as a support team. You don't have to take them. Obviously, you can take storms, but I think it's kind of cool. I like the idea, the premise of being able to take 2 heavies. That's really kind of cool. So, cannot wait till you can take 2 PK droids in the same B1 unit. That would be also super awesome. So, yeah, lots of people with the 11 dice pool seems nice if you can get to range 3. Outrider Dan saying DLT plus RT, it's 3 red, 3 white, range 4. All kinds of good stuff that you can couple together here for, like I said, the DLT with the HH-12. That's impact. It seems to be, you can make any flavor of punch that you want with these units, and I think they're cool. So and print and play too. So they get on the sheet, you get basically as redundantly has it on there twice, as you can take 0 to 2 of this particular unit, which is cool. So so that's that. All right, Brian, you got time to squeeze an echo base before you head out of
Yeah,
here?
we'll squeeze in echo
Okay.
base, and then
Cool.
I'll head out.
And we're going to jump over to the league stuff, so stay tuned if you guys are here for that. And welcome to
I
the...
don't need to be here for that, do I?
No, because you didn't sign up. So sorry, you don't even get to. You can't even reveal. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what group you're in. None of the ones that I'm going to talk about. All right, Graham. I'll do the special rules, and you can get into the Force org, and then you guys can cover off the thing. So this is Echo Base here. So Echo Base Defenders, Battleforces is part of the Rebel Alliance faction. Field Commander keyword can not be used in Echo Base Defenders. All right, what can you take?
For commanders, you've got Leia, Luke, Han, and the generic officer. For operatives, you've got Chewie, R2, and if you want, you can take C-3PO. For core, you've got the veterans and their detachment, the Mark II. For supports, you've got the 1.4 FD laser cannon team, or Tauntauns. And you've got the T-47 for your airspeeder, and you can take Wedge in that airspeeder.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're
This
only
list would be
unique.
terrible without Wedge. So glad you can take that, not overlooking the 4 support options that you get. So,
Yeah.
wow. I need to buy another FD cannon. Actually, 2 more because I only own 2 of them. And clearly 1 more Tauntaun. So, can you even find Tauntauns anymore?
Yes, I have them in stock.
Good thing you got
Oh,
these
fair enough. That was a great segue. Well, let's jump back here to Phoenix Games in Australia, proudly supporting the Friday Night Fight podcast. Thank you, Brian, for that. We highly
worries.
appreciate that and highly recommend friendly service there. So ask for anybody but Brian's, and you'll get friendly service. It'll be fine. All right, fair enough.
If you don't ask for me.
We cut Graham off. Graham, what do we got? I did.
Oh, yeah. For commanders and operatives, you can take 1 to 4. 1 has to be a commander. For your core, it's the normal kind of Force org. You have to take minimum of 3 up to 6. For supports, it gets a little spicy. You can take 1 to 4. Or you have to take 1, but you can take up to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And for your heavies, you can do the normal 1 to 2.
Yeah,
so
and may include up to 1, up to 2. So fairly spicy. Wow, tons. Sorry, let me close those off here. All right, you guys got the cards.
Take up to 3 supports.
Yeah.
Which is also gross.
All right, take it away, boys.
All right.
1 to
go
4.
for it. You want to take the 1 pip?
Oh, yeah, certainly. At the end of the command phase, so 1 unit, delaying tactics, 1 pip, can give to 1 unit at the end of the command phase. Your opponent must choose one of their non-commander units that has a face-up border token, if able, and return it to their order pool. So not your choice, but you're forcing 1 less command token. I think this is a bit of a meh sort of card. May play a little bit with their with how they run their round, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference, especially if they're the one that's going to be able to choose. Yeah,
with all
I
your
think this is
commander
very
options too, it's very competitive.
Yep.
That 1 pip slot.
I don't think we're going to see this one on the board too much.
No,
not with all the different commanders that we've got.
But Pally's 100% correct that this is the second card confirming the AT-AT. So it's in 2 cards now. So it'd be, I think it'd be a weak sauce move if they don't now include that. So, and apparently now we're up to 5 AT-ATs. The other one only had 2. This has 5 pictured. So that is, I can't wait for that Battle Force, the one where you get 5 AT-ATs. That seems a lot of points. It's like a 6,000 point game. All right, here.
Yeah, just Sean Death saying 1 pip's great. Operative 1 pip back to the pool and possibly hung out to dry. Yeah, I can see that. I do think it's quite situational though.
Yeah, it almost seems like something that, and obviously we don't have anything in there that has this, but that would be like a card that I'd love to have as a contingencies or in a contingencies hand where it would like, is this going to be big to play? Yeah. I might not always bring it, but there's certain situations, and that's to me what I think contingencies tells me. If there's like opportunity to play a card, but I don't always want to have it, I look to find that into a contingencies hand. There's no way to do that here, so I don't think, given all the other 1-pips, I probably don't see it being in my hand, but it definitely would have its play.
Yep. Agreed. And off to the 2-pip, Graham.
Alrighty, so for our 2-pip, it's 2 units, and then each friendly trooper unit that is issued an order from this card may recover. I mean, that's a nice pairing up with that Blizzard Force.
Yeah.
Yep. Against suppressive. Yep, that's going to be quite handy if you are up against a Blizzard Force suppressive army.
And I think you're going to see a lot of these, maybe even people just getting into the game, but I think there's a world where people are going to be thematically pairing these up and just like playing out those, the thematic lists and see how they play. And I probably, again, at first blush, maybe they're not specifically set to go against each other, but I think thematically the unit choice and the options within them are. So remains to be seen who's got the better hand here. I think Empire is where people are leaning, but I do like the thematic nature of this, and the artwork on all of these is actually really, really sharp. I was really keen on seeing this, so love this one here.
Are we saying Cavalry Tauntaun Han is confirmed now?
Oh, that would be awesome. Mounted Han. I mean, you heard from the early drops.
Your Tauntaun will freeze before you reach the first marker. We'll see you in hell.
So I mean, at that point, it's got to be confirmed. So, yeah, fair enough. Let's have a look at the 3-pip. Hold it at any cost.
So 3 units, 3 core units for this one. Each friendly core unit gains 1 aim token. Each friendly emplacement trooper unit gains 1 standby token. Now
Love this on the vets.
This one is super spicy. Yep, super spicy. Can the FD lasers an emplacement trooper? Correct.
Yep.
And the Mark IIs, the vets mortar. So if you're giving out 7, if you have a 4 FD laser and 3 Mark II vets list, you are giving out 7 standby tokens across your list.
Yes, because I think it's super important. It's it's 3 core units, and then it's each friendly core unit. It doesn't say anything about having a face up or getting an order or anything.
Yep.
It's just like everything's on standby now.
Yep. So you've got 7 standbys, and 3 of those have aims, and your other 3 core units have aims as well. Like if you've got 6. If you're running the 6 and the 4, like that's, I don't know if you can actually afford all that in the list.
Yeah,
but
you can afford
12x very easily.
I mean, I can just envision a world where it's like, I'm going to go long march, I'm going to go limited visibility, and then I'm going to play this on turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
yeah. 7 range 3
breakthrough.
Standbys.
Come at me.
Yeah. This is a spicy
and then
one.
Then just have your T-47 waiting in the wings in the background, and then zip up just to score points. Just to score your victory point and win.
Yeah, I don't know. Assault and hold at any cost. It's going to be a toss-up with which one I want to take. Assault offers me so much flexibility. Yeah. Yep. This seems good. And given all the other heroes that are in there, I still think that this card's going to hold weight against every other named 3-pip, character named or assigned 3-pip. So I like this one. It's probably one of my favorite amongst all the ones that we've looked at, just because it's simply not tied to the units getting the orders. And I feel like there's a little bit of a flavor move towards that it's not just the orders that are coming out from the cards. It's just, here's a card, it's going to give you a certain amount of activation control with the pips that it assigns, or the units that it assigns, but here's things that apply to more than just those units. So, the permanent with Indomitable, and obviously this one here, and the speed 1 moves, etc. So, it's It's pretty neat. I like some of the flavor and direction they're going with these.
I will say too that going back to clones for a second there, that tactical planning card would be also really nice on this turn.
Right.
Where they can remove the face-up order tokens.
Yep. Ryan pointing out Annihilation Looms destroys this card. Okay, great. I mean, I'm going to take Krennic and I'm going to take the 3-pip because I know what you're taking and I know what you're going to play. There is that potential.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that is true. Jacob making a very good point. With Cunning, Annihilation Looms would resolve first and would issue the suppression tokens, and then you would lose the based on Cunning, and then play this one. I believe that is how that works. So,
Yep.
I mean, it's day one, but I'm pretty sure the order of operation is with Cunning, as chat's now getting there. I believe
And
that is.
can you lose a suppression? Can you lose a standby by gaining a suppression in turn 0?
In turn 0. Sorry, how
if it resolves first, then
you get the suppression, and then the standbys would come on after the suppression.
Yeah.
So you would have.
Yeah, but
that.
I mean, even if that wasn't the fact,
the suppression would cause you to lose a standby. Yes.
In turn 0, though, because certain things don't work in turn 0.
I guess I'm not. Yeah, I think
I'm speculating because it's something that is not a. It's because it's something that you work out together. It's not a. Okay, you like if you're both at the same time, it's something you have to work out together, and that would just cause issues. So I'm guessing that will be FAQ'd to not take effect in that fashion.
I think you can still get tokens. Like there is a world where you still get tokens. I'm just saying the order for this in terms of this wouldn't be a turn 0. This would be a turn 1 play, or turn 1 thereafter.
Right,
so it wouldn't be a 0. So yeah. There's yes, there's going to be lots of counters to getting rid of standbys. The point being that when you aren't playing those 1 or 2 cards that totally wreck this, I think the 7 standbys feels good. So. There's lots of things that can counter. I mean, that's why this game is fun. Yeah. But 7 standbys feels good.
I just did a mock. I did a mock list, and with 11 activations so far at 648, with laser cannons. They're all naked, but yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know: does Phoenix Games in Australia have FD cannons?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes, we do.
Super. Awesome. We'll have to maybe work on Bryant to see if we can wear him down for a little bit of a Phoenix Games Australia discount code for Friday Night Fights and Friday Night Fight podcast listeners in the future as all these units are going to be coming out and you are going to want to get them. So, and I don't want to have to buy 4 Battleforce boxes to get the number of FD cannons that I
pre-ordered stock for Battleforces. I've got extras of snowtroopers and laser cannons and stuff.
Okay.
Like that. Yep.
Look at this guy, pre-planning and all. So
I'm not silly. I might look silly, but I'm not silly.
That's fair. I mean, he's squaring the right jersey, so it's all that matters at this point. So, okay, Brian, by my clock, I think we got you over about 9 minutes. So I don't want to boot you out, but I do want to,
have to run.
Have you remain happily married. So we will say farewell to Bryant for the night, and then we'll get on with the rest of the podcast. So thanks for coming out, Bryant.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great night.
See you later.
Cheers. All right, Graham, it's just me and you. Now we can just smack talk the heck out of Bryant as he takes his headphones off and clicks out for the evening. When's Friday Night Fight Gaming Store in Sean's basement opening for business? I mean, I'm not selling any of my boxes, but we'll sell you some things. I got Anthony popping in here. He's eager to see what group he's in as well. So, okay, well that took us an hour and 20 minutes, but that was worth the time. But I say Graham, we get into this league because I want to build up a bunch of spiciness so we can get all the people in for roundtable. So by the way, I'll just jump down to roundtable for a second just so you guys know what's happening tonight. So thumbs up, thumbs down, and just for folks that are in the chat who are unaware with how this works, you guys can call in and you guys can pick anything on there. Any of the Battleforces, tell us why they're thumbs up, thumbs down, and or your group. And it works like this. This is the thumbs up. and this is a thumbs down. This is nothing. So last week we had several people who were attempting to do this. This is not in the rules. It's just this or this. That's how it works. Pally and Ryan looking directly at you guys. Okay, so let's jump into the round 4. Round 4 signups have concluded. And if you guys were unaware, at this point, everyone who's in the league would be aware. But we had round 4 bans were our special forces. Melee units got hit hard, Graham, hard. So no Wookiee warriors in the rebels. Special forces got knocked out for the Empire. Kashyyyk defenders out for the clones, and Magna Guard got hit for the CIS. So Empire is the real winner here, as they kept their only true melee unit in the form of Royal Guard. So I'm not sure if we'll see a lot of Royal Guard.
Royal Guards.
Yeah, fair enough. But here they are. Now they're reigning supreme. So
Yep.
yeah, no Magnus. Yeah, that's right. Sad faces crying all around. And Dan pointing out that his list is illegal. That's fine, Dan. We'll address that in a second. Sorry, you're relegated. Anthony with the hot take that Royal Guard are poopy. Thanks, keeping that kid-friendly language. So, before we get into it, and just hold your rotten fruit before you throw it here. We're gonna have a look at the league standings. Just ignore the top person there. It's a typo. But Dan from Down Under sneakily moving up. He had a big round. He had a group of 5, so was able to get some moving distance in there. So so we have Dan, then Debaticus, and Kokazula, GM Smithers. We got Psych Dog, don't call me Psych Dog. J-Rod, who I played this week. Sean Death, Calico Kid, Jace. We got Biggin, Canadian Bear, sitting at 15. And then Michael, JD. Oh, by the way, JD, just shout out to JD. If you know what's going on with him, you know what's going on with him. If you don't, that's okay. But JD is taking a round off, but we hope to have him back in round 5. So shouts to JD. Then we got Birdland Fan 88 also taking a round off. Then Emmanuel, S. Parks, Mr. Witty, Chronic Canuck, Bobster at 11. I got Ben from Dice Time at 10. Brian at 10. So Brian made some good headway the first round. Striker. Splash Cola, so Travis in there, OS Dad, Anthony hanging out in chat, Bobby Sapphire, got Paul, then Tyler, Moon, Dark Knight, I think also taking a round off, Blastin' Ronan, Hunter, Pally, Spiked Apples, Ever, James C at 3, Ryan at 3, Ryan, we haven't seen you for a while, buddy, 48th Ronan, Tactical Genius, I think it's Ganatato, Vizamon, we got Bryant's there sitting at 1, Brian, jeez. Crave, Sheldon, Muskrat Steve, Lord Dorn, and Sketchy Mortars. And I think Muskrat Steve, Sketchy Mortars, all back in the league, so they'll hopefully be able to make some headway this round. So a wide spread between 1 and 28, but the middle of the pack is pretty congested right now. So I expect, based on the new groups, we'll have some reshuffling for sure. So. Maybe Noble Warriors. Jacob, it's the melee one. So if I miswrote that, it's no melee Wooks in either CIS and or GAR. So just to be very clear on that. I believe that's how the vote went anyway. So okay, are you ready, Graham? You want to go bottom up, top down? How do you want to go? I mean, they're random at this point, so
yeah, we'll go bottom up.
Okay, bottom up. All right, so the Jeddah pod is the following. So in the Jeddah pod, we'll have Tactical Genius, Muskrat Steve, Coca-Zula, and Splash Cola. The asterisks or the stars on here basically indicate whether it's a returning person jumping back in who is out around and or a new player. So in this case, Splash Cola is coming. Dan, if I made a mistake there, range Wooks are good, melee Wooks are out, and that's just a typo on my, I think that's how I was looking at it. So you're good. So Splash Cola coming back in, rejoining us. I think we twisted his arm enough. So we got Bernard's in here, so I think Bernard in earlier. So in there, Muskrat Steve, new player from last round, but returning, so welcome. And then Coca-Zula. Coca-Zula was in a tough bracket, so even people with more points than other brackets ended up jumping down in this one, just based on the fact that they beat each other up. That's going to happen in the groups of 5, but that's fine. I think he'll be okay with that and can make some headway there. So Travis saying he's a good thing he's bringing Jin. So awesome. Pally has got that. So you guys are in the Jetta group. So any of those guys Graham, have you played any of those guys in your groups? I lost to Kokazula actually, so I have that memory.
Yeah, no, I haven't played against any of these guys yet.
Okay.
Looking forward to it at some point.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's check out the next group. Some would tote this as the best group, but we'll see. So Bespin, this is a group of 5. So just to be clear, 3 games in normal pods will get you the bonus point, but in the pods of 5, we're going to make you play the 4 to get the bonus point. And the reason being is you already get a point for playing an extra game potentially, and you have the better odds of getting more. You have the potential to get more wins. So it's just an extra caveat. So we're not giving you straight up bonuses for being in a group of 5. We have a couple of groups of 5, and that's just kind of how it goes out. So play all your games, folks. So Chronic Canuck is in here. Cass is a new player this round. Striker, who's done a lot of casting for us, is in this round. Pally is rejoining us and will be in this round. And then a strange event. Pally, you were initially going to even this one out, and then we had a late addition, so that's why we ended up with a 5 on the bottom. So I just didn't take you out and didn't give you the option. So Pally, welcome back. And then a strange event is also a new player. So what I said was accurate at the time that I stated that, and then we had a late entry, which you also got the list of, so you were well aware. So that's how we get people. So it's fine. It's on the screen, so it's therefore it's like the ad on the card. It's confirmed. So a couple new players in here, returning players, and then a couple existing players or players who've had multiple rounds. So I look forward to this group. So again, you guys can play lots of games, so Pally can get right back in the saddle. And then we can get Cass and a strange event acclimatized to that. I know Anthony was getting a strange event up to speed on both the league, toting it at his local store, and convinced them to get in. And they were having a practice game yesterday. So Striker said he's also here to hand out free wins. So there's that. So playing Empire, that's what happens when you play Empire, I guess. Just kidding. All right, so you guys are best spin. I'm not sure if Pally has got them. Did he say he's got those guys or not? I'm just waiting for Pally here. He's given some more excuses about house construction and what have. So
there we go.
Okay, cool. Chronic and Striker in pod 5 together again. Awesome. So it's like a reunion. So all right, next pod is Scarif. All right, so got some familiar names here. J-Rod, who I played with in my last round. GM Smithers is in this one. Sketchy Mortars making a return to the league. Also twisted his arm, apparently. So he's back in there. And then I'm not sure how to say this next one. Is it Exoclar? Exoclar? Sure. Something with an X. Welcome. Sorry we butcher your name. That's what we do with new people. It's like a hazing thing. No, also a new player. So they're on Scarif. Is this on TTS? Sorry, this is my first time seeing this. Yeah, Justin, it is totally on there. Are you on our Discord, Justin? Let us know. I can give you all the rules for the league. We play on our Discord through TTS, and this is round 4, so it's super fun. So I will get you that info, Pally. That's just the sign up that we had. So fair enough. And Strange Event saying, "Don't worry, Pally, I'm in the middle." So new player, and welcome Strange Event to East Coaster here. So welcome. So yeah, so that's just a returning player, new player, and then 2 existing players. So it's a good little mix there. And you guys are on Scarif.
Absolutely.
So I heard it's sandy at this time of year. All right, next pod. I think this is the last of the. I think it was half and half, so this will be the next one up. Mustafar. So Efren, Emmanuel is in this one. Canadian Bear. There, this is your pod. You got Dan from Down Under, and you got Big in 7877. So actually, I think this may be the upper half. I think it was 3 bottom, 5 upper because of rounding. So, so there you go. That's your group there. So
awesome.
Have you had any of those guys, Graham, yet?
Yeah. No, I was just in a pod with Emmanuel. Yeah,
okay, fair enough.
No, that was It's a good game. Looking forward to having a rematch, seeing how it goes down.
I feel like I'm starting to forget who I've had in my rounds just because I monitor all the groups and I feel like I'm playing games that I'm not even in, but I'm just so ingrained in watching all the games. But
Yeah.
cheers, Donnie. Have a great night. I feel like I've been. Oh, you can play me in the future, Dan. I mean, that's how the dice rolled out here. So I'm actually in the pot at the very top, so we weren't in the random generator. So by the way, folks, what happens is after the math gets done, everyone just gets divided into two. They all randomly get assigned a letter first, and then the letters randomly get assigned into groups. So it's a couple levels of random to get there. So it's easy when we get the half and half. That's where the math's involved. So, and Pally and I were both doing that. He does it in one form, I do it in another, and then we get the totals. And I think we ended up at the same. So, which is always good. Yeah, we'll get you on the Discord, Justin, for sure, or Justice, I should say, for sure. I feel like Biggin was in one of my groups early on, and I have not played Dan, and I have not played Emmanuel. So, and I haven't played you. So, in a group anyway.
Yes.
But you guys are on. We got a practice game in, did we not? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's true.
That would...
I cannot drop a Discord link right now, Pally, because I'm clicking too many buttons. But I'm certain I can do that. Justice, if you need to message me on Facebook, even I will try to remember at the end when we're doing the roundtable. I'll go grab one. Okay, so that is Mustafar. Let's have a look at Jakku. We got 4 pods left to go here. So Jakku. So Tyler is in this group. OS Dad. So Anthony's in there. Mr. Witty 82, I think, also in chat. And Spiked Apples is in this group. So I'm not sure if any of them have repeat groups. This one looks fairly new. Although Anthony would probably be a better person to tell me if he's had any of these folks or not. But yeah, and I'm not sure. Let me jump back to the standings here. Just look. Tyler, OS, Mr. Witty, and Spiked Apple. So where are they at here? So Tyler is, again, remember, if you finished top half of your group, you advance. So where's OS? OS Dad's at 8. Tyler's at 6. Mr. Witty's at 12. And then Spiked Apple's at 4. So the reason that we have a wide spread there is where they finished in their groups. So, but we have a 12-4 spread on that particular group. So, and that was Jakku, eh? Yeah, all new for Anthony. Perfect. That's great. That's how we want those groups to somewhat end up. Keep in mind, we're going to go 6 rounds before we flip the whole thing and start again. So as we get through, the next 2 rounds, likelihood of you running into some people will be increasing. So that is the Jakku. Looks like Anthony or Pally's got them. Let's go to Geonosis. So Geonosis has Blast and Ronan, Sean Death. I never know how to say this. I'll just call it Eric. And then Brian, who also was new in the league last time, but he doesn't have an asterisk because this will be the second time through. So Blast and Ronan, Sean Death, Eric, and Brian. Tyler can't have Magnus nor anybody else. So that is a true fact for this round. If you guys are keeping track, that means support options will get cancellations next round. So probably maybe in 2 weeks, basically 2 weeks, we'll do the vote, get them canceled, and then we'll do the lists through the last week. So that is good. And Pally says he has them. So Geonosis, that's you guys. I think it's I'm not sure if you say this. Cantonica. I'm not sure how to say this planet. So
yeah,
Cantonica.
I think
Cantonica.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. This is actually a group of 5. I think we have 2 groups of 5 in the top half, just because, as I said, one group had a first and then 3-way tie for second. And as you guys know, we don't round anything here, so I moved the whole group up this particular round. So that is why we ended up with a little bit of a top heavy. I've used that math through the entire thing, though, so that's just standard practice. It's just that group really beat up on each other, and so they had a really tight point spread. So this group is a group of 5, so keep in mind you got to play your 4 to get the bonus, but you have the opportunity to get bonus because you can win more. So we have Ever, who joined our league last round. We have Scythe Dog in here, Anthony. Got the Calico Kid. I gave him the this time. Usually it's just Calico Kid. Moon, also new, finished nice and high here. And then Flawed Zombie. So I think this group ended up being several new players from last round, like 3, all in here. And I don't know if they were in the same group last round. I'm hoping not. But that's just how they finished. So, and I'm gonna highly doubt it, but because there's 3 of them. But here they are in the group of 5. So, yep, Spiders next round for sure. Pally says he's got them. So, Ever, Scythe Dog, Calico Kid, Moon Moon, and Flawed Zombie. You played any of these guys, Graham?
I have not, but that's going to be a bloody group to watch and have a lot of fun watching.
Yeah, for sure. So Anthony said he's playing all Flutters next round, or maybe he means this round. I'm not sure. So it'll be great. So there's the group Cantonica. All right, I think this is the last group. This is actually my group. I know because my name wasn't called yet. And this is Alderaan. I hear it's in small pieces this time of year. So we got Michael's in this group. So there's finally my matchup coming around. I played Jace as well. So the only one I haven't been paired with so far is Anthony. So I'm getting the Michael Bullet. Speaking of Flutters, likely running over me with Flutters. And Stan's in here. So and then we got Bobster 117, myself, and Debaticus is in here. So Bobster with the oh no. I'm not sure if that's I don't know if you have anything to really fear. There's no Magnas, so I think you'll be fine. You're looking for Magnas in Alderaan places. That is a super fantastic comment, and you get to get on the screen for that, Striker. That is fantastic. So Debaticus, TerrainStudio, Bobster, S Parks, and Basil. Let's have a look at the standings here. Myself here at 28, Debaticus at 22. Where else do we gotta go? We got Michael at 14, Stan at 12, and Bobster at 11. So we also have a wide spread, but all of our folks at some point have been winners in the rounds, as is everyone in that top 5, those last 5 groups. So I'm looking forward to all those folks. So let me jump back there to Alderaan just to make sure we had that. I'm not sure if Pally said he did or not, but and so feel free, folks, when we get in the roundtable, which we're heading to now, to jump in and tell us your reactions to your group, what you're looking forward to, what you're scared of. You don't know the lists, but you will pretty soon. So Pally will have those groups open. You can go do your introductions. The round starts immediately following the podcast. Don't play a game yet. And then we'll run this one through. Let me just check the calendar. I didn't look at this. So the 5th, so we'll run it through 12, so it'll be 1 week to the 12th, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So this one will probably wrap around maybe August 2 or 3, and then we'll get the next round started. We'll probably do a little bit of a break there, so 2, 3. So we'll probably get the next one started around the 6th or the 7th. So you guys got 4 weeks basically timestamp from now. So let's call 3rd of August being the end. So I didn't make this, Matt. Yeah, did I miss you somewhere, Matt? Or did we miss your Discord name? If I made an error on there, just let me know. I feel like I had them all, but obviously, Flawed Zombie, maybe I just missed you on the standings somewhere. I have the list right beside me. Let me just check here. Flawed Zombie. Sorry, I have you at 10 points. I must have just missed you on there, but I have you at 10 points, Matt. So. My mistake on the leaderboard there. I'll get you put in right away, but I have you at 10 points. Just confirm if that seems accurate for you. So yeah, so like I said, if you guys want to jump in and give some reactions to not only the Battleforces but also your pods, where you are in the standings. If you like the league, if you got any great things to share about it, those are all fine things. So all right, let me jump to the round table. Let me grab the link. Boom. I'm going to throw it in the chat. We have a queue, so we can only take in 3 people at a time. We'll probably have 2 on the screen, and if you're calling and you can't get in, that's fine. Just call back in. We'll kick people out if we feel like we got a queue built up here. So seems right. All right, perfect. Thanks for confirming that, Matt. All right, Graham, are you truly ready for this? All right, let's rip it. Let's see if we can go. We'll go about. We'll see what 20 minutes gets us at here. But if we feel it's going well, we'll give you an extension on the gripes. So there it is. The link's in there. I'll pop it in frequently, but jump in. You can do a thumbs up, thumbs down. You can talk about the league, talk about your matchups, talk about games you played, talk about how wrong Ryan is. It's all fine. Everything's good. So And I cannot wait to hear all the hot take. Oh, speaking of Ryan, here he is. Oh, speaking of Pally, here he is. Let's get these two guys. And I'm giving these guys limited time tonight so we can cycle some more folks through those. So, all right, I need to assign Pally to guest 3. I need to assign Ryan to guest 4. Unassigned from the placeholder. Unassigned from the. Okay, let me just bring these guys on screen here. Okay, where is Ryan gonna go? There's Ryan. Oh, got another. All right, 48th Ronin's also calling in. So I'm going to get all these guys in. I might see myself off the screen, but just be here as a moderator. I need to get Pally in. There's Pally. Okay, we are full in the queue, folks. So if you're trying to call, just wait till I boot one of these guys out. It'll be Ryan for sure.
Sean, we ended up planning this, by the way.
Okay, that's fantastic. I can't wait to hear about this plan. I am going to just see myself out. Let me assign 48th Ronin, unassigned placeholder. Okay.
Michael, we're getting a lot of slack from everybody.
Who's we?
Okay.
Apparently, we are pots and pans.
Ronin, can you hear us? Even though you're a blank screen there. He has muted himself, so I will return myself to the screen just till we get him sorted. But he's there in audio form, so okay. Hot takes, thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys know how to play thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yep.
Pally clearly does not. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. First day. Okay. Justice is suggesting that we put you on a chess clock. That's
No. Nope.
all right. Go ahead. Oh, and I got Dan trying to call in as well. So go ahead.
All right. I think the clear winner here is Blizzard Force, and it's not even close. So, yeah, absolutely. They're out of all the releases today, Blizzard Force is great. Echo Base Defenders is great.
Oh shit!
We got
And demonetized.
Surprise.
Got it. That's what the Aussies are here for, to demonetize everything.
There we go. All right. Have at it. Go ahead, Pally. Sorry.
The Separatist Evasion's good. We'll see. And then Shadow Collective, fantastic. So, yeah.
Okay.
You skipped over your boys there, which I feel like you don't want to talk about that.
No.
No. We don't talk about the 501st.
No.
It's not like every other Star Wars game they make and totally don't hate on clones.
Oh, you mean like every Star Wars game where they hate on the, quote, bad guys?
Look,
I definitely feel like the OG factions got the best out of the Battle Forces, without a shadow of a doubt. Like the Blizzard Force and the Echo Base, they're just so solid. And
just pointing at that Pally wanted way out of clones.
You're not wrong there. Empire definitely like it feels good to be back on top after 4 years. I think it's been.
My world just destabilized here. Stryker and Ryan agreed on a point, and I'm just trying to bring myself back around here. So,
I swear there was an earthquake down there. There was an earthquake down here, guys. There was an earthquake. I swear.
Outrider Dan, just hold that call in. I gotta let these guys chat. I'll kick them out, and then you can call in, and we'll keep the cycle going. So I appreciate all the people. Go, Ryan. You're up next.
Yeah, I agree. Blizzard Force is probably the best. I do stand by my point that if you're taking Vader, you're playing this wrong. If you want to play Vader, don't run Blizzard Force. You already got 6 command cards to choose from. Like you run Veers, you take his 1 and 3, you take all the Blizzard Force because you can maximum firepower 3 times now. Or actually, you can do it 5 times if you take Becky. So. You got that going for you. You got to take 4 EE webs and slap barrage generators on them because suppressive. And one point of disagreement already between a few Imperial players is that you use that 3-pip on those fancy hotshot stormtroopers. Again, for the suppressive. This is a list that wants to really throw angry yellow triangles at you all over your army and really stick you down with that, make sure things aren't moving or doing what you need to. And if you do it correctly, at the end of the day, the good guys are going to win and bring peace, freedom, justice, and security to the Empire.
Oh, wow. Did you write that all down, Ryan?
Hold on. I think I missed something. No, I got it all.
His wife had the teleprompter behind the.
Exactly. Just used to rehearsing
So
that.
is this a political? Is this your voting? Like you're going for parliament or something? Like...
Well, I mean, unlike some people, I can actually read from a teleprompter and be coherent.
Can you?
That's beside the point.
Can you read and define the word permanent?
Yes, actually, I had to do that since I'm officiating a game right next to me. Is one of my buddies is playing 5-0 first, and he played the 3-pip turn 1, and he's like, oh, so they have to be at range 1 to 2 of Rex the entire game. I was like, no, that's what gain means. But yeah, I know how permanent is.
I thought friends didn't let friends play 5-0 first. That's what I heard in chat tonight. So
I don't have friends, Sean. I have acquaintances.
That's fair.
It gets around that whole thing.
That's fair.
Sean Death, we are always recruiting, always looking for loyalists to again serve the Empire. Again, we did nothing wrong.
If you need to know how to run Empire, feel free to ask me. I wouldn't talk to Ryan. I crushed him last time we played. So
I mean, to be fair, I
actually
got
saw that. I actually seen his windpipe collapse when Pally stepped over his limp body.
Hold on, what is Michael talking about? Overwhelming barrage is just once per round.
I do like that one. 5-0 worst. Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Dan. You're in my slot, but that is in fact Dan. So rip it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What are you giving these factions here? And then also talk about your maybe talk about your league experience. How's that going for you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing you, Graham. I got my eyes on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's why Dan's really here, sizing him up, trying to make him slip up, trip up.
Psych. Nah, we've got a big tournament down here in Victoria soon, like the Oceanic League is what it's called. So it's sort of our version of nationals, and or state championship, I should say. And then if you go through, you get to the nationals. Pally, I'm running 5-0 first.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I feel for you.
No. I reckon. I look. I mean, I generally run a 9-act clone list. Now I'm running an 8-act clone list. I don't know. I don't mind it. I think it's. I don't, like I said. Besides lead from the front, I think the other 2 command cards they get aren't bad at all.
The 2-pip is situational. Lead from the front is dead on arrival, and the 3-pip is pretty good.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't see any, and the fact that Anakin now gets Indomitable means you don't need to spend 6 points on endurance anymore. Like bam.
I mean, if he has otherwise he doesn't.
So real quick, Ryan made a comment earlier, and I wanted to double check it. When you made that rule on that 3-pip, Ryan, you do realize that the clones have to follow Anakin and Rex around all game for Indomitable, right?
No, they don't, because they gain
Indomitable. No. The effect is permanent. They have to follow Anakin and Rex around at range 1 to 2 to keep the Indomitable.
They don't have Indomitable if they're not range 1 to 2 of the commander.
The effect is permanent.
It's straightforward.
Yeah, but to get the effect, they gain Indomitable.
As long as they're within
the entire effect.
Yes.
So like basically, it's a commander effect.
I would love. Okay. See, I'm reading it as when you play it is when they gain that effect.
Yes. No. As long as.
So think of it like an extra command card. Think of it like they've got an extra command upgrade slot that whilst friendly units are within range 1 to 2 of them, they gain Indomitable. That's I think the easiest way to point that out.
With this game so far is that they don't know how to use English correctly at all.
It's spelled out right there.
Funny. Also, Michael had a comment.
So obviously that shows what good Imperial education is.
Well, we don't have permanent, so I don't need to worry about it.
And he's teaching people how to
I'm
play.
also an English teacher, so I actually know how to use English, unlike game companies. Yes. Oh my God, Travis. Anyway,
They just keep coming on the screen. I just can't stop them.
Michael also had a comment about how I can't double up Overwhelming Barrage, but I believe I can since it doesn't say once per game. It doesn't say once per game.
Hold on.
And it says at the end of the activation of a friendly commander unit.
Overwhelming. Once this round.
Do I need to keep reading?
Hey, Pally, can I?
Oh my god.
Pally, can I boot you for a
So
second?
what was I saying about Imperial Education?
Get you back in. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna open a slot here. I'll leave Dan in.
What were we saying about Imperial Education again?
And then I'm gonna.
This is what you get from the Imperial Academy, boys and girls.
This is the bottom of
here we go. Dan. Why is it saying 4 guests? Okay, I gotta boot Pally officially, and I'm gonna get Dan in. Okay, here we go. Hang on one sec, Dan. I'm gonna sign. Keep going. You guys can keep going. I'm just bringing.
But I think that's the problem with permanent is
Outrider Dan. Outrider Dan is in. There we go.
The whole story with that is so Anakin's command cards have 2 sentences, and I read permanent as just that first, not the second, because that's how you use English correctly.
That's a layout question.
Oh my, Sean.
I don't write these. I don't write these right. Like they just
I know.
appear. They just.
It's also like 10:15 here, and I've been running errands all day.
Well, I'm sure lots of people have more things to say, so stick around for a second. Hey, Dan, come on in. This is it's a bit of a rough place here, Dan. So just we'll mind our manners, but welcome.
Hope you can hear me. I'm not familiar with this.
No, we got you. You're a little soft, but yeah.
Yeah. So no, definitely, I agree with the what everyone said so far. Blizzard Force is definitely far and away the winner for this group here.
Right. What do you think about Ryan's takes and on all this?
Sorry, I think I'm having some technical difficulties here. Some trouble hearing it.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so Blizzard Force is the clear winner. What do you think about the remaining 3 Battle Forces? Where you at on thumbs up, thumbs down?
Our local group here is really hating on echo-based defenders. Other than the
really,
I'm loving just the meme lists of 4 FDs playing turret defense or tower defense.
Yep.
You set the pull payload, put the 4 of them around the target, which you get to choose.
Right.
And just say, "Come at me, bro."
They're not wrong. I think payload with 4 tauntauns is quite interesting as well. Similar reasons.
4 tauntauns in general is just broken.
It seems good.
Yeah. It's
Although 4 FD cannons. Like,
either way,
I think that depends on the table, though.
I mean, I've seen FDs just one-shot most operatives, like lucky dice rolling and unlucky dice rolling. But when you see boss get taken out first turn by an FD cannon, it's like.
What are you thinking, Dan, about the up to 7 standby token play?
Oh, that's just gross. Now, luckily the Blizzard Force does get, and I was saying in the chat earlier, DLT plus RT having 3 red, 3 white at range 4, and then when you get to range 3, another 3 white on top of that.
Yep.
All surge hit. All for 74 points.
Yeah, I
still get precise 1. It's.
I know that they were talking about these factions or these battle forces being, they weren't making them competitively balanced and they weren't trying to make them, uber competitive. But I think that the competitive nature of players in the game are going to find ways to exploit the uniqueness of these lists for their advantage. Like, we already know how to use units with effect. And I think what we're going to see is players really taking advantage of that force org in multitude of ways. I mean, I'm really loving the extra 2 CIS units, like the extra battle droids. I think the sheer weight of battle droids, if used effectively, keep them alive. That's a lot more wounds just hanging out, and 2 more acts and 13 act tank lists, and there's lots of things just with that. Even though I don't think they came out of the cream of the crop here in terms of the battle cards, but I still think I like some of the org advantages that they have.
But then you're coming down to the fact that the units themselves are just amazing. So,
The problem with 8B1s is you have to build 8B1 units.
Yep. That is the single largest barrier to fielding that force is the assembly
But, I mean,
requirements.
At that point, if you've already built 6, I mean, what's another 2?
Right. It's the daunting
Horror.
It's the daunting fact of you got the battle force and you're like, oh cool, I can take up to 8 of these, and then you assemble the first 2 and you're like, wow, 501st is looking great.
Yeah, I honestly think that's the only thing that Invasion Force has going for it is 8B1s and AAT, and then you just bring a T series with you, and you're like, all right, well,
And all the
what
heals.
else? Yeah, exactly.
Deckers with like 6 aims on them, though, is also quite nice because Deckers need those aims, and it's normally a bit hard to get them aims or orders. So on that 3-pip turn,
Yes.
with all the
That's why we have.
you're issuing so
emergency
many
turns
orders
locked.
out, and yeah,
No, for sure.
Honestly, the only one that really feels restrictive is just the clones. They kind of, all the other ones, you've got plenty of different variety of lists that you can build, and clones are just kind of. I think I can build.
you say
some.
that now. When we get Ahsoka, everyone will complain about it.
Oh yeah, well, that's
I
the
mean,
nature
as
of it.
a,
Not in 501st.
she'll probably be a
They'll add it.
mercenary.
They'll add it.
honestly. She'll probably be a merc.
I'd like them to do 2
Rebels
versions
and
of her.
Gar. Yeah, that's the other option.
I'd like them to do 2 versions because she was very different when she was Fulcrum
But do we have
to
any
when she
card
was
art of her
Snips.
in Legion?
She is on. I think
Yeah.
she's on an upgrade card.
Protector. She's on the Protector card, I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Hey Ryan,
She's
I'm gonna.
not on any art. It's not confirmed.
But she is. But she is. So.
That's true.
Hey, I'm gonna. Can I boot you and Dan for a minute, and I'll just leave some slots open.
No.
Then you guys can call back in if you need to.
No.
Okay. See you, Ryan.
Bye.
See you, Dan.
Bye.
We'll leave Outrider Dan in because he's a new guest here. I'll pop this. Oh, and I just made everyone go away for a second. Where did you guys all go to? Oh, there we go. Boop. There we
Off
go.
into the nether.
I just I wanted to full screen myself there, so we'll leave some other call room there. Here we go. Perfect. Dan, when's your guys' next episode dropping of the Outriders podcast on all the battle
We
forces?
considered recording over the 4th weekend, but we opted not to wait for the battle forces, and I'm glad we didn't. So
Yeah, no, fair. Hey,
So
Striker,
we'll be
there we
recording
go.
this coming weekend, and should have it up shortly thereafter.
Okay, excellent.
Awesome.
All right. Anthony calling in, and then 48th Ronin calling in. Perfect. Let me assign these guys to some spots here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and then another person calling in. Pally, you will have to wait till one jumps out because I can only queue up 4 remote guests at once. Let me see here. I'm going to assign this person to. All right, let's get Anthony in here first, and then I'll grab 48th Ronin. Anthony is in. There's Anthony. All right, Anthony, give us your hot takes.
Can you hear me?
We got you.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement with everything said so far. I think the two Galactic Civil War are the 2 best ones. I'm loving Shadow Collective. I'm going to play them this Friday.
Shadow Collective coming out this Friday. Okay.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Ronan, I think we got you, but I don't have a video for you. Can you hear us? You are muted, by the way.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you. Okay, go ahead. Yep. All right. So Anthony playing
Yeah,
Shadow
you all
Collective.
don't want to see my ugly mug anyways. So.
Okay, fair enough. I'll put my face back on so we don't have a blank spot. All right, so you're playing Shadow Collective, and what's your jam? You're all over Maul, Anthony?
I love Maul. Yeah, Maul, and I think Double Bounty.
Double Bounty. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Did you get all your Shadow Collective assembled?
I'm doing it right now as we
Okay,
speak.
fair. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dan. I missed that when you flashed that up there. Go ahead. Let me see. Oh, okay, there you go. Nice. Oh, look at that painted up already too. Look at you guys go.
Oh,
That's
nice.
really
Yeah,
nice.
it's the only thing I have painted. As you can see, the hot mess behind me here.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. All right, Ronan, what are you saying? I know it says Sean there, but what are you saying about all the newness that we got?
No, I'm loving it all. Battle first is a little rough, but there'll probably be some point changes here soon that'll help it out. Yeah, Blizzard Force is good, but I argue that Vader is probably the best option for it. So I'll have to play it and check it out.
I don't even have to have any merit. I just love the fact that you 100% disagree with Ryan on that. So I'm just
No, yeah,
supporting.
that's 100%. I wish he was still on. We could go back and forth with it, but no, it's cool. I just think, man, with especially Commander Vader being allowed to help out with the spur and all that suppression that's going to be going around on both sides, keeping him in that bubble with that courage values and be able to move some those flamers down. Yeah, speed 2 is viable, and I think some of his command cards can be let go to kind of put some of these in. I think it's going to be good. I'm pretty happy with it. That's what I'm going to try with it. And if he argues with me, I might take it to Worlds and show him what's up. So.
Okay, well, I'll get you to wait. Let's let Anthony and Dan share some thoughts, and then I'll see those two out because Ryan will call back in, and then like I said, you guys can hang out and want to rebuttal pop back in. So I don't want to ask Graham to leave because he's co-hosting with me tonight, and I don't count as a guest, so I can't see myself out. So and the stream kind of ends when I leave. So
I will say one thing, Anthony. I'm playing Shot Collective in a tournament this weekend as well, man. It's Maul's been just stupid good, and really happy with him as well. So,
Dan, I don't know if you shared, but are you in on Battleforces? Is any of these kind of tickling your fancy, or are you sort of got your eyes on another list?
Oh, I've bought full in for Shadow Collective. You can see the AA5 under construction behind me here.
I can.
Yeah. I ended up getting 4 of the starter kits and 2 more pikes because I knew I wanted to do some pike spam.
Right.
I haven't played it
That's
yet
what I did.
because people say B1s are hard to build. I mean, the pikes aren't hard to build, but 3 parts for a head.
That seems
a little fun.
Seems excessive.
They're definitely.
I assembled 16 boxes yesterday of Legion. I have 39 more boxes to go that I'm planning to finish by Friday. And then Anthony, I think that puts me everything on the wall assembled.
Well,
Really?
You're a teacher, if I'm correctly, so you're out of school right now. So
I'm a principal, so I'm out. And my wife and child have traveled east for a month, so I'm living the bachelor life, at least with the responsibility side of things. So I'm filling my day with building Legion right now. So yeah, and trying to figure out how to stay alive by not cooking anything. So.
Just for fun, I slapped together a Blizzard Force. Veers, strict orders, lead by example, binoculars, 4 snows with flamers and frags, 4 of the new heavy response storms with DLT and RT7s, and 4 speeder bikes. So 11 units, 800 points even.
Well, that seems like not a great time. The real calculation that we care about is how much suppression can you put out in a round.
Well, there was only core, right? On that one card. I don't remember that card.
Yeah, I guess you're not running E-webs because you would have you can go to the suppressive route if you had E-webs as well. So.
I don't know. I think Veer's speeder bikes might make a comeback.
Yes, I mean
2018 and 2019.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, we could definitely see that for sure. Okay, awesome. Anthony, any final thoughts? Dan, any final thoughts? I want to cycle Ryan and Pally and anyone else back in here, but you guys are welcome to call back in if you feel there's a need to step back in. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to play in that 5-man.
Your league
round here. My league round. Yeah, I'm playing Flutters this round, so it should be fun.
Okay. Do you have I forget what pod? Are you in Are you in that Cantonica?
I was in, the one right before yours.
Okay, and do you have anybody that you've played already?
No.
Okay, that's good. That is a good league round for you then. So, okay, Jace is seeing himself out this round, so me and Anthony are gonna leave Jace in the dust this round. He'll be needing to play catch up to us as we get to round 6 here. So, yeah, for sure. Hey Dan, if you ever find your way with some free time, you want to jump into our league, you can join anytime. And after we do the 6 rounds, we'll cycle around and start all over again. So if you're a TTS man, I'm not sure if you're a TTS guy or not.
Not as proficient with TTS as I am in real life, but
yeah,
I barely have time to be building all this stuff back here.
That's true. I don't want to keep you between you and Shadow Collective, and you got 4 core sets to get rocking and rolling on. So we'll keep us some updates, and I'll listen for the next episode for sure. So
yes, it was a pleasure to come on.
All right, thanks, Dan. All right, Anthony, I'll see you on Friday.
Yep. See you,
All
buddy.
right, later. All right, boom, boom, out. Ryan's calling back in. 48's Ronan. I think we lost, but Ryan can still give his rebuttal. There is the call in. We got room for a couple more. Let me assign Ryan to one of these spots. And go ahead, Ryan. We can hear you already.
Awesome. So, I mean, I don't know what to rebut. I still think if you want to run Vader and Blizzard Force, I just think you don't run Blizzard Force. Like, what are you taking as the other command cards? Like, you want to take all the Blizzard Force command cards. You want to. But Vader's just got 6 great command cards that work great for Vader. And, I mean, this is a Blizzard Force. But, I mean, it goes back to this is an army building game, not a one-man operation game. I mean, I'm sure we saw that a few weeks ago when Vader tried to beat Obi, and we saw how that went.
Spoilers. Ryan with all the spoilers.
Hey.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Graham? How wrong is Ryan?
Well, what is it? I've got here. It's a little bit lean, but we've got Commander.
Do I need to like show? Do I need to show my hardware off or something? Because
all right.
Because I will.
Just pause 1 second, because I tried to entice this individual last week to get in, but Striker's going to come in and also tell Ryan how wrong he is. So I'm just gonna pause.
Great. All right.
Just 1 second here. This is turning into this is Christmas in July.
You're welcome, Sean.
I'm gonna see myself. I love that other people are doing the work that I normally have to do. So hey, there we go. Striker's in, and I will see myself out. I think we got him on audio.
You gotta make sure you take a break here and there.
That is fair. That is fair. You did call me a pro streamer earlier, so there's that.
That's true.
All right. All right, let it rip. Go ahead.
I mean, they're just now out. We'll eventually figure it out in probably like a month and a half. But I do agree Blizzard Force is going to probably dominate and be the most played one by far. Because a lot of people have all the factions at this point since the game's been out that long. And it's that easy to get into all of them. Because I did it. And it's a horrible decision. There's plastic drugs all over the place. But, like, I'm all for hot takes, but I love data more. So if we can, in like a month and a half when all the data comes out, then you can go ahead and say Vader's not allowed to be in the list or whatever. Although 501st, yeah, I don't know how that's going to roll out, unfortunately. That's a little bit harder to try to figure out.
Valley.
So we preemptively can call 501st a dumpster fire, but hold on,
he's a Shadow Collective player.
Actually, no, I'm switching to Warhammer.
Oh, really? Are you? Awesome.
Bet.
No, okay, so here's the calculus on this, right? In order for a battle force
you
to
failed
be
at math
good,
3 times in chat. Don't even start.
It's not wrong. I'm
in
giving
order
a thumbs
for
up, but you guys
Battle
can't see it.
To be good and played competitively, it has to do something that the faction as a whole can't do. There is nothing that 501st does that stock standard guard does better. The main reason you would bring a battle force is either the force org chart is interesting, or the command cards do something really cool. Take a look at Blizzard Force. Both of those boxes are checked. Neither of those boxes are checked with 501st. Ryan, you don't know how to play games.
No. I would say the command card box is checked for Blizzard Force.
I'm just referencing this earlier comment here.
Oh my god, I can make suppressive lists without Blizzard Force. Blizzard Force just makes it better and goes back to what Empire has always been good at, and that's playing the range 4 game, slapping suppression all over the table, and having you cry about it the entire time.
So, but here's the thing with Blizzard Force, right? I don't think Blizzard Force is doing the suppression game, as you say. I think they're just doing a different force org with good command cards, and they happen to have suppression stapled on there. Like,
I mean,
yes, it's part of the
suppressive. And
Right, but
third one says you can only remove one during your rally step.
right, I understand. But more like, what's the key suppressive thing in Empire? It's mortars for the most part.
Mortars
and barring
and
Trooper.
Sean's favorite unit.
E-webs.
Yeah, they are.
E-webs
E-webs, and then you slap that 3-point barrage generator on there, add double whites, crit on those babies, get some more tiers.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, I think the one downside of this is running snow troopers, and that's because snow troopers have some of the worst heavy weapon upgrades in the game.
Maybe
really,
like,
it's a flamethrower, and I have to get there.
So, but here's the thing though, that 3-pip gets them in there now. You're moving
yes
12 inches.
But that second paragraph, every weapon gets suppressive. So if I got stormtroopers with 2 range 4 guns, the E11 gets suppressive.
You can only take 2.
I know. The E11 gets suppressive. The RT-97C gets suppressive, and the DLT gets suppressive. I then split fire my 3 pools. Why would you not want to do that?
You still can do that, but you play that 3-pip early, you get your snows in, and now they've got this fantastic choice of, do I want to take care of these E-webs that are blasting me to smithereens? Do I want to, and if not E-webs, do I want to take care of the ATSTs? Or do I want to deal with the snows that are coming straight down my throat? Either way, you're overloading target analysis.
At the end of the day, I don't think this is going to make double ATST come back and be a thing anymore.
No.
I think Blizzard. I think overall these battle forces are going to be geared towards newer players because they have these new faction boxes. So we're gonna have newer players. Now, Sean and I, being the competitive, sweaty guys that we are, probably aren't going to be running. I
showered earlier. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Probably are not going to be running these at a Prime or a Grand Championship or Worlds, because why would we lock ourselves into units that we don't like? Even though I know Sean deep down loves E-webs and should run 4 of these.
Look at that face.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
But
except for
look
100%.
at this the other way too. Everything available in Blizzard Force isn't bad. You might not like it, but there are people out there that make all these units just absolutely sing. And very well.
See, I don't know what 48th Ronin's talking about. I think he's just dogging on my boy Maximilian Veers, which we got new command upgrades for coming out. Again, I know he's like, you can compel and you have the infinite courage bubble, but at the end of the day, what happens if Vader dies? Okay, really, Jacob? You got to get to... Is this now a... Oh my God!
I don't know.
Do I need to start showing off my hardware?
I don't know what Sean Dest's talking about.
This became a hard race.
Totally different.
This became guys are going after me.
Well, I think Sean Dest's taking a shot at me here, so I'm hitting a new preparation level. I like it.
Real quick though, in terms of competitiveness, like I was saying though, Blizzard Force has stuff people are already playing. It's just new ways to play, and I think somebody is going to.
Snow Troopers.
That's fine.
I don't know. 4 snows with the extra guy, esteemed leader on Vader.
Somebody is going to break Blizzard Force and make it great. Because, especially if nobody's bringing it, that one person that plays it every single game and learns it is going to do things with it.
Well, I mean, with that logic, it's the same thing with 501st.
No, that's terrible. We don't talk about that.
Ryan, you should know about 501st. You're the redheaded stepchild.
But conversely, the 3 FD list is already done decent at events, right? Like the triple FD. I
think the only reason why that list was decent is because no one was used to FD cannons,
and nothing has changed there, and now it got help.
Well,
And now
yeah,
it's
it
an
got
egg.
help because it needed help.
I mean,
Like,
The point being is,
it's literally a fixed point on the table that
Yeah.
you either break yourself on or you can't get around. So I don't know if
But
I think you
but
have to.
no one was
play.
running it.
Right,
That's
and then
the
somebody-
thing, and it was brought as a
and then-
joke.
I don't think Brian brought it as a joke at all.
no, he practiced that list.
It
Yeah.
was brought
Pretty
as a
sure he
joke
did.
and ended up in top 10. That's a great joke.
Yeah,
That's a fantastic joke.
maybe
and
if
again,
you joke more,
Like,
Ryan,
I
you'd
don't
win
see
games.
what your problem
Well,
is.
maybe Ryan's not
won
joking
the game
enough.
and got into top 10.
Oh,
Man,
no,
that's a
really?
terrible list with a great joke.
See,
that's-
right now,
okay.
I practice right now with Boba because I want to make Boba good. Now,
I need an
everyone's
Allen
probably
Iverson
like, oh, you can take...
soundbite right now.
Oh, yeah, talking about practice.
Ryan's just trying to
But,
win a
I mean,
game.
Oh,
Another great
please.
football club.
But again, that whole practice what you play with, I mean, that goes for everything. Like, of course, yeah. But if you bring the stuff that no one sees a lot, like E-Webs, E-Webs are going to be great and are going to be the MVP. I think it's more of, are you comfortable with your list? Or are you going to be the guy in the Facebook group that's on a Friday night like, hey, I have a tournament tomorrow. What's a competitive list? Dude's probably going to go 0-3.
Said GIF I keep posting that I made a while back. The best list is the one you practice with.
Exactly. So why aren't you practicing with 5-0 first?
Because I've been doing that for a while. It came out with the Battleforces, and I was like, the thing I was already playing is better.
Yeah, honestly, it is.
The problem with 5-0 first is
You
it's
actually
got-
came up today in a conversation. We're like, yeah, you could be running it, but at the end of the day, you like your list too much.
Okay, Pally, parting shot for Ryan because I want to get 48th in the same time Ryan's in, and we'll
Not if I
wrap up.
disconnect.
Let me put it this way. I don't need to send a parting shot because he takes care of himself. I've never seen anybody in my life triple to their own face as many as this man.
Wow, oh my God.
Yep, that's true. Ryan's going to be the
Great.
first guy
Hey,
to break
I'll
all
see you
the
in
new
August.
reinforced range rulers. You just watch this.
Oh, I haven't even gotten any, so I'll break my opponents.
That's fair. All right, Pally, thank you. Thanks for getting everybody
See
in the
you,
group
boss.
tonight too. All right.
All right, no worries.
All right. This we'll end
One
off
thing
here.
with,
I feel like this is going to be a nice way to end. Striker, you're just along for the ride. You're welcome to stay.
Oh, that's fine.
This could get spicy, like maybe Denny's chicken sandwich spicy. So, all right.
Did you say
my only comment
Denny's
was the
chicken
Battleforce
sandwich?
boxes are
Yeah,
fantastic
Denny's.
for new players.
Ew.
what's that?
God,
this
Sean.
this round table?
Oh, the Battleforce boxes are fantastic for new players.
Yes.
'cause, one, it gives you a ton of minis, but also it
No
gives you
question.
an exact direction where you need to go with that list.
Yeah.
Can we stop
This is
calling
what
them
you should be
Battle Force
doing.
boxes, though?
What do we have to
That
call
is
them now?
literally what is on the box.
Faction starters. Call them faction starters because that's what they are. You get enough
Cool.
points
As soon as they put that
to
on the
start
box,
a
I'll
game.
call it that.
Yeah, let me just go here to the Battle
Oh my God.
Force
Yeah.
starter set.
Yeah, they're doing that
man,
because they're trying to hope
AMG
guys
How
like
it
us will
says that
buy
in
them.
there.
AMG with all the typos on their product here. All right,
Honestly,
this-
yeah.
why do they just keep calling their product wrong things? All right, this is going to be amazing. We're going to assign.
501st is the only one that has 4 different units that require at least one of that unit.
All right,
The
Hello,
other ones
hello.
only require
All right.
that in 3 sections.
Ronan, I think we got you now.
All right,
Okay,
I'm just gonna say this, Ryan. Just messing with you, man. I think you know what you're talking about. I'm just saying. I think you're underestimating
He's lying.
Vader
He's
in
lying.
this
You can
list.
tell.
No,
No, I'm.
Ryan, I think you're a good player. But I'm just saying, I think you got to give Vader a chance here because the one thing that hurts the Snows the most is their mobility, and the one thing that Vader can give them very well is mobility. And with the mobility and the lasting power that Vader has, yes, he's got 6 good command cards, but I think you can drop off a couple of them to give some of the Battle Forces cards that would really help him out. I think it's 2 pips. Both his 2 pips stay. I think Implacable has to stay. And then I think, personally, I would take Massive Evil out and put in the Battle Force 3 pip to give a more focused suppression than kind of all around. But that's my take. And, hey, I will say this as well. I have played thematic lists for every tournament I've taken. And I've got World's Invite. I got all that kind of stuff. I've won 4 or 5 tournaments already. Always thematic. So I'm a huge thematic player. So I'm way thumbs up for Battle Forces. I really do believe Vader. Give Vader a chance, man. Give Vader a chance.
So when you say
You got my
mobility for
vote.
snows, what do you mean?
Ryan, I was going to vote for you earlier with your speech, but 48th Ronin just won me over. Hard switching to Empire.
What do you mean by mobility with snows exactly? Are you talking infinite courage there with Compel, or are you talking new ways to motivate?
Well, there's 3. New ways to motivate's an option. The ability to have Compel without having to worry about a crazy amount of suppression. And then the 3-pip.
3-pip.
Will allow them to have speed 2 for a turn. I mean, to get those snows down range is a big, big deal. And if you have to bring quite a bit of them, which you would in this Battle Force, he would be the one to allow the mobility, not have to worry about suppression. I mean, there's a lot of great options with Vader in this. And then obviously you got Vader, so the melee potentials are way through the roof. The biggest problem with that is you have to bring a support. But I would
so the reason why I'm out on Vader is because he's got too many good command cards already, and
it's a good reason not to take him.
Here's Blizzard Force is already great command cards that just make things a lot better. Vader also is. I'm assuming you're bringing Commander Vader because of the Compel.
Yes. Yep.
But what command upgrade are you slapping on him?
Implacable. Blizzard Force.
Nope, command upgrade. Command upgrade.
Oh, sorry. You know what? Let me. That was something up in my mind. I really haven't decided yet. But the issue with that one is.
And the wife's here. Great.
This is fantastic. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, now we get direct insults.
Yeah.
These are like homegrown insults. This is just a
most
platform
times
for Lindsay now at this point.
So most times guys are taking Vigilance, but Vader's I don't think is going to have access to many dodge tokens. Seeing as the game is trended towards more larger die pools, Vader's not going to save everything. And the problem with Vader, is what happens when he dies. I mean, again, why Esteemed Leader? Because now your snows or your stormtroopers are going to die a lot faster, and I'm okay with that. Sure, that's less bodies for me to take care of. But
Vader...
all
the melee SKUs that I brought, or close range SKUs that I brought, at the point that Vader dies, there's a very, very, very good chance that at that point the rest of your gun line is going to be hitting their lines. So if they're focusing on Vader, they're not focusing down your snows with the flames. You're not focusing on the 2 heavies, the speeder bikes, whatever you're bringing. And that to me, and sometimes if you kill Vader by turn 2, turn 3, and my flamers are all on your line, in some instances that's a win-win, in my opinion.
Is that also from your local meta too? Like, what's your local meta like as well?
I play all around, probably 3 or 4 states around here. So my local meta, that would crush my local meta. But they're pretty new players. But I travel from Indiana to Missouri, all those different places. So.
Where are you stationed at, if you don't mind me asking?
Illinois.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're not too far from me in Omaha.
Well, there we go, man.
Yeah.
Let's set it up. 6 hours. That's it.
Yeah.
He meant Florida. He meant Florida.
Yeah,
Ryan's gonna start.
Yeah. Like that.
No, I'm up in Omaha sometimes.
My problem is, one, personally, I'm not a big melee kind of guy. I've been playing gun lines forever since the game came out, just because that's what it's been most of the time. Like, I haven't ran Vader since Veers released, and I think it was May 2018.
Yeah.
Or 2070, so it's been years. And I love, like, I'm not going to leave without Veers. Yeah, there you go. I just think Veers can be so much better being the troop leader that he is, especially since we just got lead by example. I'm also going to try to activation spam, because that's also in my wheelhouse. I'm sure my wife and Pally and the 2 gentlemen playing next to me can attest to that I act spam like crazy, and I've been doing that forever. So I mean, I think if you bring Vader, I feel like it just makes it a little too difficult. Just because Vader wants to be all about him, and I think Blizzard Force is more like an actual force instead of. Instead of like
when the org chart came.
Yeah, did you just cutthroat tonight?
I wonder what his win ratio is. It's funny because when Blizzard Force came out, you're right. I think there's two different ways you can play it. You can either play Veer's vehicle gunline kind of crazy.
Oh, I don't even think you run vehicles.
You could though. I mean, it's an option.
You could, yeah.
I agree with you. I'm not a vehicle guy, but
I still don't think the ATSD is going to be that great, or two ATSDs, just because the amount of impact.
What are you doing with four E-webs in objective games, though, Ryan?
Locking down objectives, or they're taking the objectives.
You might as well take Echo Base at that point. Do some FDs for range 5.
I don't play.
Which, by the way, I've won a tournament on that.
I think four E-webs though becomes rather difficult when they can't, claim objectives. They can't, really.
It depends on the objective.
But I mean many though.
Well, yeah.
Box grabs, VAPs, intercept, key positions.
No, they can play intercept. They can play key positions.
What I mean, yes, they can if you're going to walk your E-webs to the middle.
Which is never a bad idea. Here's
my
philosophy behind it. So I've been running E-webs for. They can be, but I mean I've been running E-webs for years now.
Payload.
See, I drop breakthrough. Payload's not. I mean,
bombing
payload's
run.
the same thing you do with the FD cannon.
So
there's the other way. Which one is good for it?
Yeah.
I mean, for bombing
honestly,
run,
intercept KP. I think payload's not too bad.
Well, hey, I'll give you kind of a little bit of a tip on that. I've played triple FD cannons for years now, since it came out. And I'll be honest, I hate KP and I hate intertransmissions on emplacements. And Sean can attest to this because he actually beat me in the game. For the exact reason why I hate it is because you can sit back even beyond range 5 until the end of the game and then overload that center. When you overload that center, there's not enough firepower. I played Echo Base against you.
Yeah, he basically did.
Yeah, before it was Echo Base, quote unquote, Blizzard or Battle Force. And that was the issue is if you have a range 4 weapon on the other side, a gunline, you can outrange because of the mobility issues and the range issues, especially with the E5, is you can outrange them and outgun them in pretty much the entire turn, and then boom, overload them. Especially if we're seeing an 8 B1 units coming on the table here soon too. So, that was even with the dishes with the range 5. Now they can't move. That is the difference. I had no problem touching the middle. It's just a little just out of it if you're going against a smart player. I don't mind a couple E-webs, but 4 of them just seems a little much.
I don't know. The only E-web you need is that 2-pip.
Well, I think Striker's earlier point about this is why we left the hot takes till the end where people can kind of go ham. Is we need results, right? You're either gonna have success stories or efficiency stories or lessons that you've learned the hard way before we're going to be able to do this. I think everyone's going to flavor their list the particular way they think is most efficient, and sadly I think that and I mean this in the nicest way, Ryan's probably not going to play it with Vader and get a lot of reps in to give the counterpoint. You'll play it the way you're going to normally play it, and your experience will be based on that. Ronan's going to play it the way he thinks it needs to be flavored, and his opinion and experience will be flavored on that. Very seldom do you play a list the complete opposite way that you would intend. I'm not saying everyone won't, but I mean I'm the same way. I'm playing it the way I like. If I can find effectiveness or efficiencies in that, I'll probably do it again. If I can't, I'm probably moving on, kind of thing. But I think we're collectively going to have lessons that will, prove.
So what he's saying is that there's going to be a double AAT 8B1 list out there.
Of course there is.
Which is going to be.
I'm pretty sure he already has that built and ready to go.
Yeah, he probably does.
Oh my god! Hey, I was really happy that they didn't allow for field commander.
It does not allow for field commander. You got to take a cheap tackle.
Yeah,
I know that was really smart of them. I think so.
Oh yeah,
I think
Go ahead.
I do think, though, with these battle forces, it is going to slow that Shadow Collective kick that everybody's going to be on here pretty soon.
I don't think so, because they're not going to come out until after Shadow Collective, right? So we're not going to see these till like what?
I mean, they're already out right now. They're out right now.
The battle forces?
Yeah, they're out right now.
Well, the rules.
Well, the print and play.
What's stopping me from going
Not
out
the- not
and
the
buying
boxes,
some
the print and
extra
play.
stuff? Like, that's the thing.
Nothing.
They're out. So
Savings of
yeah.
50%.
I
But I
think
don't-
it
Also,
could have.
Shadow
Guys
Collective
are
is
like,
still
ooh, I like
missing
this.
Some stuff to fill
Yeah,
out.
I don't.
Some or a lot.
I mean, I don't
Well,
think it's.
Bikes will fill out the list quite nicely.
Yeah, I know that they're out. I meant physically the boxes. When you said out,
Yeah.
I thought you meant in print, but
No.
like in play. But yeah, you could. I don't think it's going to slow it down. It may. I mean, I don't know what the parameter to measure that would be. Like, unless somebody says I was going to do it until this came out, and now I'm no longer doing Shadow Collective. But I think people who are going to are going to. But
I will say the battle forces do allow for more personal feel. So I mean, like it's
Yeah.
more or less, do you like playing, a battle force? So I don't know if it's really going to hurt Shadow Collective, because the personal feel over Shadow Collective in the Underworld is, some people just like that era. So I mean, if you like Echo Base, you're going to play Echo Base, and you not necessarily have to play Rebels to do that. So I don't know if it's going to hurt Shadow
Or
Collective.
you could just entirely
I think
not
Shadow
run
Collective is
them.
pretty hot right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can choose just, hey, I don't give a crap
Oh,
about
the
stupid
3
droids, and Maul
FD
shouldn't be involved with it.
increasing up to
but-
4 FD is going to be interesting.
well, hey fellas, we're gonna hit that 2:30 mark, and I don't want to keep Graham too much longer, and I have a dog that needs to apparently use the washroom or eat. But let's go around real quick. Ryan's not in the league, so he can't share, but he's shared enough, so that's good. Ryan, when you come back in the league, that'll be my question to you.
When am I coming back?
Yeah, you can play Blizzard Force right now for eWebs,
I will probably,
except for next
be
round because we're gonna
back.
ban eWebs.
Jeez. I'll probably have to be back maybe by November. If not, it's going to be January next year.
Okay, so you won't jump
Just
back in
since-
until the second cycle then. Okay, well,
Yeah,
you can
probably.
live-
Just because I just got a hell of a lot going on.
Well, fair enough. Hopefully, some of that involves some real Legions. So I'd love to hear about some games.
Yeah, some of it does.
Okay.
Some of it involves life. So
Yeah, there's that too. There's that too.
yeah.
All right, Striker. What are you looking forward to? You're in a group of 5 this time.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, you got
With, Pally, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, well, fair enough. We'll take it to Pally. And we don't need that guy, getting any W's. So, and make sure that he plays all his games too. Do me that favor. So, yeah. All right, Graham. Thanks for coming in and steering the ship in the right direction tonight. You were the voice of reason, keeping us all aligned down there. Sorry you had to sit next to Ryan, but somebody had to.
It's okay. It's spicy over here.
Hey, we're talking about chess clocks now, right?
No, and your time's up. So, what do you got, Graham? What's your pot again?
Let's see. We've got Dan.
What planet are you on?
We're Mustafar.
Oh, Mustafar. Okay, I'm gonna switch there real quick. You got Dan, you got Biggin, and Efren. All right, it's Emmanuel. So, all right. And you got Dan.
Tom.
Dan, I had already eyeballed you. I saw him call you out tonight, so I expect a live game right after we end this cast. So, because it'd be midday for Dan. So, yeah. Striker, you still gonna
I'm
call
off work tomorrow.
cast some games for us this coming round? You're down for that?
Gladly.
Excellent.
Anytime
I
I'm home, so yeah.
appreciate that. Wicked. Striker, I have triple bike. So, okay, that's
so
you guys
sorry.
you guys are calling your lists out there. So, hey Ryan, your time's up. Calling out Alderaan. Not sure who do I get to call out here? Okay, Michael. I'm gonna call Michael out because he's not here casting tonight. So yeah, I'm looking for. I haven't played Michael. I haven't played Stan. I did play Debaticus, but I have a group of 3 new, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to the 39 boxes of Legion that I'm going to assemble before Saturday. So, wish me luck on that. So I went and bought a respirator today because the super glue was getting to be a bit much after like 6 or 7 hours of straight assembly. So,
That's
that's when it gets
begins.
no,
Yeah.
it wasn't getting good. I'll tell you that. So, yeah. So Stan.
That's when you start gluing heads on backwards.
No, yeah, that is definitely not happening. So I did assemble the lat. It was my first time doing the lat. It looked to be a lot worse than it was, but I think assembly went pretty smooth on that model. It's actually a really cool looking piece. So tomorrow I'm going to tackle 3 fluttercrafts. So I'm going to start off with either really strong or give up after the first one. So we'll see how that goes. Have any of you guys assembled flutters?
Oh yeah,
on my shelf.
Assembled, sold them, got rid of them
in the box.
Okay. Canadian Bear can just ask me for tips after I finish. So, and then Ronan said he's already assembled and sold some. So that is. And how
yeah,
was
I
he
played them
assembled?
once and said, nope.
Okay.
Assembly was fine. Yep, assembly was fine. If you're wanting to paint it though, don't glue your Wookiees in there. Yeah.
Yeah, won't be any painting fluttercrafts for me. That's for sure. So. Other Jace's other Jace actually messaged me. He said, "Do you got any what do you have left for me to paint?" Left?
Oh god!
Oh, you should not have.
Wait, he's not painting Anthony's army.
Here's the floodgates.
That other Jace may. I'm talking about the other Jace. So I have 2 Jaces. So.
Oh.
Yeah. No, Anthony paints his own stuff. He does a excellent job. Excellent job at that. So. By the way, Shadow Collective this Friday on stream Double Bounty. So come back and check us out on Friday. So.
Great.
All right, folks.
Now we just need to get ready for
what's up?
Another Battle Force of Wookiees, so we can get 4 fluttercrafts on the table.
4 fluttercrafts.
No, we want Rogue One.
For everyone involved.
What would we have?
What
would be the extreme? What would we take? 4 Pathfinders for Rogue One?
Yeah, whatever. No, we wouldn't do that. We would get Baze and Churro. That's what we would do.
Oh,
get them with it.
That could be.
Yeah.
Ryan,
come out with a nice little set of Baze and Churro and get battle cards with it.
Okay, just before I let you guys go, give me the over under on actually getting an AT-AT model in some capacity in this game in the future. Graham, what do you think? More likely or less likely than not?
It's definitely more likely with how heavy they are on terrain for MCP.
Okay.
At the very least, it's going to be something like that.
Okay. Striker?
I can see a terrain piece because I've seen the Quinjet in person, and that thing is huge.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. But doable? I have not seen it, but is it doable?
It takes up about I forget how big exactly the MCP board is, but it takes
3 by 3.
3 by 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they play
it
on
sits in the middle and
3 by 3.
basically covers the entire middle of the board almost.
And is this a purchased, a model you can purchase?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. What's the
But
price tag on it?
Terrain piece. That I do not know.
Okay.
Like $80.
That's reasonable. Ryan, what do you think?
Never gonna happen.
Okay.
It is
Not as a playable thing.
it is too damn big.
Well, that's a Ryan answer if I ever.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too big for the table.
Yeah.
I even think with a terrain piece, it's too big.
Yeah. Ryan, thumbs up, thumbs down. We're getting an 8-8 and AT-AT. No. Okay, then. Moving along. Excellent. I hope your wife's still listening, and I'm going to tell her to give you a smack.
Oh, she is.
That response. So I think next time, just popular vote and chat. Let me know. I think we just don't have Ryan come on and just have Lindsay come on, and then we'll ask her the Ryan questions, and she can give us the real answers. I think that will be Brian Ludwig. I like Brian Ludwig because he says 100% we're getting an AT-AT. So I'm just going to throw this right over Ryan's face because this is much more the answer I was looking for. 100%.
No.
AT-AT, Ryan, that you don't want it competing with your ego.
Nothing can compete with my ego.
Not tonight, that's for sure. That is for sure. Outrider Dan says AT-AT will have a 1 foot per 100 mil base and overrun 10 red search crit.
Yeah, that's the other thing. How do you balance that with what we have?
Ryan, you know what? That's not a problem that anyone actually cares about at this point.
I mean, do they actually playtest things? No. I mean, look at Gar when that came out of the box.
Wow. Okay. we have friends at AMG. Ryan is, what did you say earlier? Not our friend, just an acquaintance. So
an acquaintance. I'm just an acquaintance. Hey, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
I wish that was true.
Every time.
Every time.
First time, every time.
Unbelievable.
All right, guys. Well,
that's probably coming. We just don't want it to come.
Oh,
I
I
right?
definitely want it to come. Let's get that
I don't
going.
want it to come.
Yeah, double super heavies. Let's go. Yeah.
I'm weirdly with Ryan on this one.
That is where we need to end for the night before
and I will
jumps over.
get more for the cause.
All right. Ryan has been an excellent sport tonight. I would 100% agree. That is why we've had him on here as long as Graham and I both. So, all right, guys, we'll leave this. Ryan will be starting his own podcast later on this evening. You guys can all join him wherever that is. So.
Yep, and I'll be back next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We welcome you back, Ryan. We appreciate having you.
I know.
All right, guys, have a great night. Ryan, say good night to Lindsay, and thanks for coming on with the comment. We appreciated that. So,
We'll
all
do.
Right, guys.
No problem.
Later.
Later.
Bye.